Okay, the Vita. Oh god, the Vita stuff changed again. What the fuck?
All right, so going live. I mean, come on, guys. You're all acting like I just abandoned all of you. I see you guys in the chat wondering when the thing's gonna start. That I've left. I'm right here. I'm right here. Late, late. A wizard is never late, nor early. He's exactly when he intends to be. All right, so we're about to start here in a moment. I've got Queen Seraphina here with me, since she's slightly addressed in this doc. But let me go ahead and give everybody, hello everyone. I would usually say hi to everybody in the chat, but I'm not used to having 504 people here. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of a rundown real quick. And oh god, I hope my mods are able to keep up, because this is a lot of people. Okay, so
what? Oh god, what is it? What if we turn into? It's like
I don't know.
Within the past year, dude. Like Jesus Christ.
I don't know, but
I've never seen a chat like this.
I've been a fan of Transformers since I was a kid, so I guess I'll just continue on. But anyways.
Okay.
So, after my video dropped, and I did the addendum to correct some information that I did generally have incorrect, and I do have a couple other things I need to address in part 2, because even though the people I'll be talking about I don't care for, thank you, Memento Mori, $5 super chat, Sarah, my love, to you, not to me. I'm still going to be correct in what I say, right? And if I am incorrect, I will address it, because that's how I operate, because that is my value. So, after that video dropped, you would assume, perhaps, the Cope Mafia would sit there and look at what they've done and perhaps reassess, right? Think maybe we need to change how we're operating. Clearly, something's gone wrong here. Clearly, Cass isn't operating right. Thank you, Water Droplet, for the $5. Nothing like building a Death Star and listening to loud talk. Must be the Lego one. But you would assume that would be happening. No, that's not what happened. What happened instead is Cass kicked somebody out for optics. Thank you, Pool Guy, for $20. Thank you, Awesome Plain Bro Z, for the $5. Ready to end this war, Lio. It's not over yet. But despite clearing war, thank you, Mikuwu, or Mikuwu Goodness, for the $5 super chat. Despite Cass claiming war, and it wasn't just on this channel, it was also talking about how Fox Mafia and your friends abroad have fun. Thank you, King Excalibur, for the $20. Gas the Clown is back at it again, bringing up the clowns. I'll try to get to as many super chats as I can. I'm sorry, I'm not used to this much.
Okay, I'm gonna make the before you get to the next super chat, because I know there's another one. You're gonna have to do this thing on streams now when it comes to this, where you literally have to dedicate entire sections to the stream for super chats. You're gonna have to start doing that.
I'll have to figure out how to do that, because I know they don't tend to stay. I don't think. Anywho, if I miss a super chat, I am sorry, but I need to finish the roundabout here.
There's a whole section tab to your YouTube settings where you can look at all super chat history. So
I will look at that when I figure it out.
We'll figure it out later. Anyways,
after that, so Cass kicked somebody out for optics. There was some server infighting, and Cass has not taken responsibility for anything. I would go into detail, but I don't really need to. But I have entire recordings of several conversations that have happened in that server, a whole bunch of logs that have been poured through. But TLDR, Vlad, Gilded Poo, the person who had the bestiality, got tired of Cass lying about him and kicking him out. So what Vlad, Gilded Poo, did was he dropped some logs. And these logs are very interesting. We're going to go over some of them right now. So let me go ahead. Go away. Sorry, I have to have two windows here. So you have to say bye-bye to the little OC here. So in August of 2022, which should be a date familiar to you guys. Hold on, give me a second to sit this out. Cass was in a group chat with server members Sir Adamantine, Catboy, Vash Lancet, Gilded Poo, and Kurova Milk Bar. Now, what was this group chat about? Well, it was about the fact that Coyote and I were taking the piss out of Adamantine first, but it goes further there. You see, the first video that Vlad did about Coyote was prompted by Cass. And Cass has recently, in Lagos server, and a recording for that's been passed, thankfully, said that he had to process Coyote's betrayal for weeks, and it was a new anger. No, he's had a problem with Coyote for about a year now, minimum, as well as me and my server, for whatever reason. Now, according to the people I've spoken to who have talked to Cass about this, Cass's entire reason for having issue with Senate, my server, is they have, quote-unquote, too many blue hairs. Too many people who get offended at things that they don't like people getting offended about. But let's see here. What type of shenanigans has Cass gotten into in this? Well, let's go ahead and look at some of them using the keyword searcher. And by the way, these are direct exports of the logs, right? Direct exports.
You have to look up keywords, old man.
Yep. So here we have Kurova, right here, saying, I should give Black Shadow Diaper Boy the Senate doxes if I can dig them up. Black Shadow is an offending pedophile that has been trying to cause problems for a while now. Did anybody take issue with this? No. Instead, he just talks about a stream and getting timestamps. So that's one thing. That's one thing. Cass is fine with this Kurova doxing people and giving it to a literal pedophile, because he's fine with that. You know. That's what a predator hunter does. Now, let's see if I can find another one. So. Here's a tip on how to make it funny, talking about Gilda's first video on Coyote back in August. When you're done with the video, you might want to send it to that Shoda collector guy on Twitter. Not saying I would usually recommend something like that, because I don't like those type of F words, but at least they got an audience to start a crap storm, and that would be funny. The more attention the video gets, the more these people are going to respond. So first he's okay with doxing, then he's okay, and those doxes being handed over to a child predator. Now he's also okay with colluding with a Shoda-con that we were beefing with at the time, and that was hilarious, by the way, to try to cause more problem because he's just that mad at Coyote. Now, Cass will try to pretend that the Zakalo thing was a new thing for him to be angry at Coyote, but no, apparently this is all stemming from that. The fact that Coyote was living with Zakalo. Did Cass address it directly with Coyote? Nope, too much of a pussy. You'll find out real quick, that's all Cass likes to do. He likes to be a pussy and hide behind other people. So what else happened here? What else happened here? See if I can find the right one. Gilded Pooh. I plan to call him, Coyote, a pedo, so that wouldn't work. Oh yeah, he will lose it. Cass is okay with false accusations. Completely fine with it. And before anybody says anything, this is well before he did any of the ridiculous nonsense with Sappho. This is who Cass is. This is absolutely who Cass is. He's always been a snake. Always been a snake. And he wanted Vlad to keep it quiet that he was involved here. And you know what? This information has been passed to his people. They know. They don't care. They don't care. Oh, speaking of which, one point of major contention. All right. See if I can find it. So, a little bit of background before I go into this. There was a shock comic posted in Senate by Baiji a few times. Probably more than a few. I haven't done an actual count. That they're claiming is feral porn, which I wouldn't even know because I look at that image of a dolphin. I talked about this in the video. A dolphin inserting itself into a horse's uterus. And this server, Sakamaki, has been super mad about it. Super mad about it. You should remove Baiji as an administrator. You should do all of this. He's a zoophile, all that nonsense. Here's Gilded Pooh. Vlad. That makes my bestiality joke spam suddenly not funny. Cass, you should send him scat porn. I heard he likes that. And one of the biggest people who's upset with the dolphin image is Kurova, who's right here. So, Here's the question I ask these people in general, because I already asked North this earlier today, because I actually got to talk to him. He's not a bad kid, I suppose. Hold on. Not a bad kid, I suppose. Just misguided around the wrong people. I said, what's the problem with zoophiles in general? Oh, can I see the comments? What comments? I'll let the mods handle it. Anyways. The problem with zoophilia, other than the obvious consent, is that it's animal abuse. So here's a moderator in Cass's server. At the time he wasn't, because he got kicked out for something else, which is one of the patterns of behavior I'm going to bring up about Cass. He knows this man has bestiality, and he has known. And so is everybody else in this chat. So that means Sad Catboy knew, Lash Van Stet knew, Karova knew, Sir Adamantine obviously knew. All these people knew. And they know now, definitely. But they're mad at us over the dolphin image and want us to demod them. They didn't demod Gilded over having bestiality porn. The only reason he got kicked from the server is because Cass didn't like the fact that heat was thrown at him over it. So he tried to use Vlad as the sacrificial cow. Should have gotten rid of him earlier if he actually had an issue, but clearly Cass didn't have an issue and hadn't for a while. This is who Cass is. And I know. Oh, Lio, just so you know, someone re-uploaded to part 2. Yeah. Somebody in Cass's server ran around using an account called Lio Zoo Reviews during the Coyote stream, and apparently this person has been re-uploading my content as well as some of Dib's content completely unedited, completely without anything transformative. So yeah, copyright struck it. And I'm going to continue to do that because it's not their content and they can sit and spin. And for user Tailspin, who says that Senate's doing illegal things they're trying to cover up, call the cops. Because you have nothing, you paranoid, schizophrenic loser. Do more conspiracy theory talk. In fact, continue to tell people how whites are the most oppressed race while you're at it. Because I know your name in Gilded Blue server is white victim because of that. You're a clown. This is why nobody takes you seriously outside of that goofy little server. So, anywho, I wanted to highlight that real quick before we get into the document. So let me go ahead and move this. Go back to the screen for a bit to continue on about what's been going on. And for those of you who are here hoping I was building a Gundam, sorry, not this time. This is a live stream. This isn't a prepared video. The next one, of course, that I do anything drama related on will be. And what happened is going forward, there was some back and forth. We know everything that goes on in their server. They freak out. They wound up banning people on suspicion because Lumi thought it'd be funny, apparently, to do an HTML edit of a screen cap showing it not being them, being somebody else that's spying on the server. And Cameron, somebody who was fine with another individual, who I will not name, enabling a girl to cut herself and cut his name into her, threw a baby rage fit because, this is wrong, that the HTML is edited. It's not accusing anybody of a crime. That is a literal joke. I'm sorry you guys freaked out, but maybe if you weren't a bunch of paranoid weirdos, you wouldn't need to. Cedric, the bear boy, seems to think that I'm teaming up with Null from Kiwi Farms, despite having no evidence, because that's how Cedric operates. And he's recently left the server, but on the farms, he's desperately trying to get the Coyote thread to stop talking about Cass and to talk about Coyote again. Now, said he had no problem doing that when they were talking smack about me and talking about how I have sex with my family. No. That's fine, but don't you dare talk about Cass. Cass is using you idiots as a personal shield because he's a pussy, and that comes down to closer to today's events, because there's a lot of other things we can go over, like Vashland Set throwing baby rage fits at me, a lot of other accusations being thrown out that they don't have any basis for. Essentially, they spent the past, month, actually more than a month, trying to find dirt on me and failing miserably, so this is the best they can do. And it's funny. It's funny. So, recent events. Fursky Doodle, the individual who made the crass comments about Hopeless Peaches and wanting me to sexually assault them, got outed for having an F list that had animal things on it. The F list that was made 2 years ago, that they are claiming was forced upon them by their ex, despite the fact that it was edited a year ago. And Cass's crew is buying it. I think they're doing it intentionally because they're stupid. And then she got exposed for having a fur affinity of 400-something followers, or followings, 96 of which are being feral artists and other things. And sad Catboy excused it with, "Well, that was for assets. Yeah, assets. You idiots." So, you all saw the post I made telling Cass 6 p.m. CST. Get in Senate. Cass didn't want to. Poor Presito Lindo wanted a neutral third party. Even though I offered that back when this first started, and he turned that down because he wanted control. So, Lago offered his server. And I didn't want to, but I relented. But then he wanted more people unbanned. Didn't want to. I relented a bit. Only for the time to roll around and Cass to puss out completely, saying he's not going to come in because I said some mean things, boo-hoo. And that's on Twitter, by the way. Only for an hour later for him to message Lago's moderator, Yagert, and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I had IRL things." No, you didn't. You lied. You were sitting in a call coping with your stupid little friends. Your weird, sexually degenerate friends. Cass's entire server, everything he does is based on troll shielding. Cass doesn't care about predators. Cass doesn't care about what goes on with other people. Cass just wants to have his quote-unquote blood sports while he's too much of a pussy to come at me directly. So instead, he hid behind Vlad. He's hidden behind Vash. He's hidden behind Fursky. And now he's hiding behind Neora. And this is where we get into the doc. You see, last week I picked on, or 2 weeks ago, I picked on Neora because Neora was talking about how if Lio doxed me XYZ thing. Which, by the way, I didn't do. And I would have no desire to because Neora is not a predator, has not broken laws. And suddenly Neora blocked me. I thought it was interesting for the LARPy weeb individual who was crying bitter tears on Twitter and not being able to prove a single doggone thing. Only for her to unblock me, to tag me in Vlad's video as though it did anything. And then block me again. Because she's claiming I doxed her. What's her evidence for it? Well, we'll look into it. But she spent 2 days initially on getting this doc together. And she's been working on it consistently ever since then because she found out that even though Cass put it on his community tab, and by the way, he did help her with that. He admitted it in his server. Again, I don't know why you people keep talking to the public when you know we're going to see it. That he did help with it. And when he put it on his community tab, I'm sure he expected his fans to just start gnashing their teeth and coming after me because Cass hasn't been able to do that this entire time. Despite wanting to. Real quick, let me go ahead and pull that up. I want to pull that up. I'm going to pull that up because it's funny. Okay, so.
What, all the comments?
No, not the comments. What he said in this. Ahem. Cass Warfox on August 4th, 2020. Yeah, it does. But let's relating to my own personal theory about Lio. He's likely got his own skeletons in his closet. Coyote, however, his closet has been wide open. Yeah, do that. You got plenty of evidence on that one. I'm sure we'll figure out about Leo in the future. Really? Have you found anything yet? It's almost been a year, Cass. Oh, wait, you don't do anything. Your friends do. In fact, let's do another thing here. So, who here knows who For No Good Reason is?
Ooh, me.
FNGR, right? So,
I love FNGR.
Now, I stopped working with Anthony because of an accusation he made that was false. But here we have it. There's an unhealthy amount of barely 18s there, referring to the Senate. Kurova seems to be really interested in me having found family. Kurova is a witless clown, and it's best to mock him. Let's see here. Looking up Toon Critic and Vita is also a good option for lore in relation to me. By the way, I didn't get involved with Toon Critic. The reason why I didn't get involved because I wasn't around at the time. It's actually what got me into predator hunting because I saw how the bronies handled it and they were bad about it. So I tried to help. And Vita is also a good option for lore. Looking up Q farming. No go for a good reason is also a good one. They're talking about defending predators. Wait, they defended Toon Critic? No. He called Anthony a predator. And even Anthony tagged him on Twitter, and he's been a pussy about him too. Cass, you're caught. See, here we go. Yeah, just keep us anonymous and all that. The Bloodsports baby boy is scared of people knowing what he's done. Oh no, poor baby. But now we're going to get to the doc. Now, the funny thing about this doc is Neo doesn't know I know, but I do know that she's edited it. when she found out I was going to read it on stream. But unfortunately for her, I saved it. I'm so sorry, but I'm smarter than you. And I know you guys are talking in the server and you're coping and seething and molding and crying and everything else. Whatever. Continue doing it. Continue doing it. Oh, another thing that Cass has been doing is instead of actually answering for anything or instead of dealing with stuff, he just keeps spamming a QB Farms thread on me made by Adam Galvin as though it has any merit. That's what Cass does. He doesn't answer for anything. He just spams Farms threads hoping that it'll be backup for him. So, Sarah, are you ready?
I am. My body is ready.
Ooh, 41 pages. Let's try to get through this as quick as we can.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm only here for like the last couple.
Hey, just want to let you know that Lyle Convoy, by the way, just so everybody knows, it's not 2 words, just 1. You should be able to see it on my channel, but I know you guys aren't very smart. Has doxed me last night on April 22nd, 2023. You should probably just cut out the last night if you're doing this for other people to read. Due to merely stating factual issues / inconsistencies such double standards of Lyle himself in the Senate. And here's the link to one of them. One of the alleged things. You have zero clue what you're saying here. I think it shows. Calm down, Rocky. You're not helping anyone by being unhinged on Twitter. Somehow, these archives of me calling them by a nickname that was on a YouTube channel they linked is evidence of me doxing them. I was told about this video days ago, considering how stupidly unhinged and incorrect your last thread is. This is all it's going to do is tell me is that you're still stupid and still afraid to actually confront me in a call. Still want me to find you? That was an odd challenge, because she made a comment about that in Cass's server. And yeah, I know they updated, hoping I'll read it on the stream. Sorry, guys, you wanted me to address it. Maybe you should have gotten it right the first time. Lyle has doxed my nickname from looking up my Facebook, which is alongside my real IRL name. Are you going to demonstrate how I looked it up on Facebook? Did I mention your Facebook? Did I post it? Did I call you by your real name? No, because I didn't dox her. I was stating inconsistencies, double standards Lyle and Senate were pulling when they attempted to slander a friend of mine known as Cass Warfox for nothing. Nobody slandered Cass. Cass is a pussy. Cass should have taken it on the chin. Suck it up. It was proven that Cass Warfox had no involvement in a drama that everyone assumed was settled 8 months ago. How you sitting on that, Neo? I just read off the group chat that happened then. Yes, he did. You were lied to. Cass helped you with this document and was probably smiling to himself the whole time knowing you're such a sucker. Where Baishi, a mod of Senate, has raided Gilded Pooh's server, showcasing his favorite Dawson horse zoo porn, posting it on purpose. I don't think that was actually intentionally on purpose. I think she was meant to spell purpose, and she's just dumb. Gilded's members came into Seraphina's server, assuming there are adults in there, and spanned an ultra edgy meme of a guy effing a cooked rotisserie chicken. Actually, no. According to the mods in that server, it was somebody using a chicken's neck as a fleshlight. Wasn't a rotisserie chicken. Which you would know if you paid attention to the video. Supposedly, the animosity regarding this drama resolved 8 months ago, supposedly. Supposedly at the beginning, supposedly at the end. Really intelligent writing here. Lyle has no issues on it. Actually, I did. And I explained why I didn't report it to Cass when it happened. Vlad was already out of server. I had to delete my Facebook and everything because of it. I didn't even know you had a Facebook. I do like knowing you're paranoid now, though. That tells me a lot. I stated I was a victim of sexual assault and pedophilia, and he took it as to where I was troll shielding, and in result has intimidated me to silence. How? I said you're troll shielding because you're a wannabe LARPy weeb, and the only people you try to dick with, you won't do in call. You hide behind other people. That's what I said. I said nothing about you being a victim of sexual assault and pedophilia, because unlike you clowns, I don't make that a joke. I have an archive of that tweet as well, so it gets deleted. All right, where is it? Where's the archive? Where's the archive of the tweet? Show me where it is. Oh wait, you didn't put it here because it doesn't exist. Example of confirmation on what started the raid situation. Oh, and to clarify, no, I didn't spearhead the raid or encourage Baishi to light it up. Quite frankly, I'm not a fan of the comic either. Curse being from Barrel Time, but you're not going to see that on my computer. Nope. LOL. Vlad also stated that Sarah had nothing to do with it. You want to know why Baiji popped in there? Because Vlad and Adamantine were calling Coyote and I pedophiles on Twitter. It didn't just happen out of nowhere. Lio Convoy attempted to dox me. Did I dox you or did I attempt to? Because I can't attempt to do it if I did it. For the sake of intimidation, to silence just just for me to stop on pointing out the issues. Do you not know how to write, Niora? He got my nickname alongside my IRL name on Facebook. Prove it. Where did I threaten you with your Facebook? Where did I post your Facebook? Where did I comment on it? Where did I reference it? I have it set to show I have it set to only show to friends only, in meaning it is private. No. A Facebook profile is public. Information within it can be considered private, but it's still a public account. My username on my PC is also Rocky, but it is connected to my Microsoft account that has my IRL name attached to it. Rocky is an extremely common nickname.
Actually, it really is.
The second Red Ranger's name is Rocky. Rocky Balboa. I mean, come on. I had to censor IRL name and friends for safety measures. Nobody's after you because you don't matter to anybody. Alongside this, my Facebook Microsoft account was never mentioned publicly on any of my social media platforms as well. Well, I didn't even know they existed. So, I don't know. On the morning of the 23rd of April, my father has informed me that he has received 4 blocked cell phone calls after I've discussed with them the ongoing situation. This assumption, keyword, assumption, is based on the fact that Lio has past behavior of using blocked cell numbers to contact parents of degens. One example is Bloodlord Volcanic Chaos. How did I start that call? How did I start that call, Neo? Oh, I started it by saying, hey, I'm not a telemarketer or debt collector.
That's in my video.
Or spam caller.
Like,
Your dad
everything about Lio calling Freddy's mom is in my video. Like, it's just lying.
Your dad got called by debt collectors, spam callers, and all that, not by me. Just because if somebody in India gets an unknown number, did I do it? I guess I did. I guess I'm just that powerful. The guy who struggles with doing video editing, who doesn't know how to use Sony Vegas, Clip Studio Pro, anything, doesn't even know how the function of reading super chats later. Somehow, I'm super powerful. I'm a monkey with a supercomputer. You somehow are simultaneously expecting me to be smarter than I actually am while being dumber than I actually am.
What's your GPU, old man?
I have essentially a god computer at this point I don't know how to use. Today, on April 24, 2023, I came back to my account and blocked Lio due to him doxing me. If you were in my position, you'd do the same. Real quick, if I doxed you, what would blocking me do? By the way, doxing is posting of private information. I don't even have the private information, much less post it. You're stupid. Lio has no understanding that attempts at life ruination is a serious issue. Actually, I do. It's why I take issue with false accusations, which you guys seem to not do. You're fine with it. Especially all over because I was trying to highlight inconsistencies/double standards that he shows. No, I don't. You just do not know how to read situations. And I told you, anytime you could have come into Senate and talked, but you're all scared of it. You're all scared of it. But, Seraphim in the call or the chat has a good point. I can bring apparently the full Texas, according to Smash Bandicoot. I'm that powerful. Lio says I am scared. You are. But with him throwing that threat around, doxing was a threat. A victim is F saying pedophilia. Me. No, obviously it was Obama. Into silence, this has to be a major pussy move. You're still scared of me. It shows how scared you are. The one person who's actually right about you. You're not right about me, though. That's why I made fun of you. Showing that Lio isn't the man that he claims to be. All right, let's see what this is. LOL, someone's scared. So much for the anime memes and tough posturing. Oh well, one less troll shielder screeching at me. This is actually before Vlad's video, which she unblocked me to post. So no, she's lying again. On the evening of April 24th, you could have structured this in like morning and then evening without consistently restating the day. Lio responding that he did not dox me when Moles told him there was a topic about it in Cass's Discord server. Less moles, more of cats. Lio stated that he saw an old account of mine on YouTube. I did. And that is what he went off of, which is that very account. It is. I have not used it in quite a while. That doesn't mean it's not there. And recently, after finding out it had my nickname on it, had to change the name for safety measures. Your nickname's Rocky. My name is Thomas. Somebody calling me Tom doesn't dox me. This is to that idiot in the chat, and I'm not insulting them, that's their screen name. This is the doc as of about 6 hours ago. I have not used it in quite a while. I had to change my name for safety measures. It still does not excuse that he had malicious intent to look into any information that he can onto me. If your information is public, and it is, because it's a public YouTube channel, how's that malicious? Which technically does not fall in the same field, and it resulted in to intimidate me into silence, oddly enough. Why did he not discount that it could easily just likely be an alt name? I didn't. I just called you Rocky. I didn't say it was your nickname. Lio most likely has done more digging to figure out that it is a nickname of mine alongside my IRL name. Most likely. So you don't have evidence. He would not have said anything in the first place if it was an alt name, right? No, I still would have made fun of you for it. It makes no darn sense. Basically, he was just making excuses to hide the fact that he actually saw more than just one account of mine. Having the IRL name attached to my nickname that is private information to give him the smoking gun that he can state my nickname on Twitter. You don't even know what the term smoking gun means, do you? Actually saw more. Sure I did. Neo, you're not an interesting person. You don't do anything. You're just some dumb, edgy weeb larper. You're not worth that effort. You're worth the effort to make fun of, but that's about it. This way he can come up with many excuses he can for others to be lenient with him. Who? Who to be lenient with me? You guys? You guys have called me a pedophile. You guys have stated that I'm raping my family members. I don't care about your leniency with me. Frankly, I think all you can take a header off a bridge for all I care. It doesn't excuse the fact that it is wrong regardless. Based on what? That this history based on what? Your personal values? It shows you have malicious intentions to silence me for factually stating yours and sentence inconsistencies and double standards. You didn't factually state anything. You went on some weird psycho posting spree. Not that way. Yeah, I'm talking about how I'm making fun of you for thinking I doxed you when I found it on this YouTube account. Rocky. So stupid. Is this all the same thing again? Yeah, it's all the same thing. You don't need all these different archives. You could also just put it as an image in here. I did it to make fun of them, yep. Ooh, Cass is here. Are you here, Edgeboy Warfox? Cass no Warfox? Now I gotta look in the chat. I'm not seeing him here. Did I miss him?
I don't see him.
Yeah, I'm not seeing him either.
No?
I'm not reading the updated doc. Cass is apparently tagging everybody in the server. He can get over it. Another thing to point out as well, my old channel is never connected to the one that I currently use today. It was. Lio has stated that he found it through my old account. How funny is that he made a very lucky guess. How do I make a lucky guess from clicking on a link? About which one is my actual...
This reads like a Freddy document. Like, you remember the legal thing that I...
Yeah!
Well, especially the end of it with all the emojis and shit. Like...
I love it. I'm sure Cass is listening. Hey, Cass, let me know again how many dogs you have. And okay, so funny thing is, Cass is claiming that he didn't deal with Vlad quicker because he had to put his dog down. Which, if that is true, I sympathize. It doesn't make you change your moral values, by the way. And for some reason, the only thing he's deleted from his entire logs of pizza is pictures of his dog. And when I asked about it after asking twice, he says he was worried about being doxxed by pictures of his dog. That's the brilliant mind we're dealing with here. Another thing to point out as well, my old channel is never... The only way Lio can... About which one is my actual account out of the many channels that has named... Because you linked it. The only way that Lio can find out anything about my old account is that he saw both of my accounts that are connected to my email through a grabber. What? You're talking about an IP grabber? An IP grabber doesn't show your accounts. And I've never sent you an IP grabber. I've never sent you anything. I'm aware, hate. I don't care. Lio connected the dots where he sees multiple accounts through the same email that has my IRL name attached to my nickname. That's the YouTube account. Search query? That's interesting. That's not how I found it, stupid. And look at all these different accounts named Rocky. Look at all of them. Take a good look. We're going to scroll for a bit. Tell me, Neo, how would I have found it through all this if I just searched Rocky? Tell me how. I want to know right now, how would I have found it? Look at all these accounts. I found it because you linked it directly, stupid. Lord. Neora plays. Meep Rocky. Rocky. Neo. If you're worried about being doxxed, why would you tell people how to do it? And why would you take an easy to unblur photo of yourself and put it in this document? Why would you do that? Moving on. Why would you show your micro... You stupid. Important video evidence. I'm not going to play this because I don't know if she was smart enough to actually censor anything, because I don't think she was. Oh, here's your DeviantArt, by the way. Another place that links your stuff. Doofus. During the Coyote Lovely situation, if you're not informed, I highly recommend Cat's War Fox Clapshield videos about Peaches is better than both of them. Because it had new information that none of you want to address. Lio knew everything on all of Coyote's intentions on January 5th. No. Coyote told me that he was doing a gay op on the 7th. I showed Pizza the logs. Because it's the same day Pizza found out. You're stupid. A month before Coyote got outed by the end of February 25th, Lio Convoy in the Senate knew full well that what Coyote Lovely was up to and kept it quiet. Actually, no. Coyote told me he was doing a gay op. I told him to knock it off. Didn't find out it was still going on until the end of the gay op. I told my mods the night of the 19th of February what I was past and about the farms thread. This is public information. You're dumb. The video provided below proves it. No, this doesn't prove any of those things. It was taken very recently on March 3rd of this year. This is after the Coyote stream, and Lio had no issues in terms of guilt or poo about his edgy sense of humor. What are you talking about? My conversation with Gilded Poo, I'm not going to read or watch this whole thing. I know exactly what happened in that conversation. None of that conversation said that I knew what Coyote was doing the whole time. You're stupid. Did you actually listen to that call, Neo? Because I don't think you did. This is the video I was stating points about Lion's sentence inconsistencies and double standards alongside criticism/opinions that led to the tweet in question. No. You just don't know how to read or listen. I highly recommend to see the Google Drive link below, as there are damning things within the drive that will put the Senate and Lio into question. Also mentioning about the reverse vor, where a dolphin is going inside the horse zoo porn. Again, ask Cass why he's okay with bestiality. Ask Vash why he's okay with it, and why he wanted to keep Vlad around knowing he had it. You guys keep losing your minds about a dolphin image. This man had actual animal abuse stuff, and none of you cared. I don't want your dick from you clowns about the dolphin image. Senate, August, yeah, I have this. All this is public, you're stupid. The Twitter thread below goes over counterclaims against the slanderous claims that Lio and Senate were making in their video on Cass. When it has nothing to do with Caster's community. They did it to silence Caster's community entirely. All right, let's see. Funny that when Coyote is fully unaware of the artist that he follows on DeviantArt, sending his heinous crap with no issue according to my point, Neo, was I was judging Cedric by your standards. If you didn't like those standards, you shouldn't have had them. When it comes to SETI, the one just rejected your pleas behind the scenes. What pleas? Not knowing of the heinous crap from the artist that he follows him for, if any, is a massive issue according to the video that you made very recently. SETI also, once Vlad got removed, had a meltdown, screaming fit, threatening to kill themselves. I hate to tell you this, but if SETI's that mad over a person who owns bestiality being ousted, it doesn't make him look any better. Doesn't make him look any better. Stupid. What if Cass is recording the stream to explain himself? Cass has had ample opportunity to explain himself. He's been a pussy the whole time. Rules for thee and not for me type of BS, right? I give you the gold star for pulling a smear campaign, not after SETI, but others as well who just didn't want to have to be the pretend parental figure. What? What are you smoking? What is this nonsense? Who also factually goes against the statements you and your buddies have made, us stating criticisms issues on the evidence provided, which we do have the right to. Do we not have the right? Yes, you have the right to voice yourself, and I have the right to call you stupid for it. Oh no, we don't, because you guys don't like us. For what, actually stating on the issues? No, because you guys are a bunch of weird sexual deviants. That's why you guys have never been able to state why you don't like Senate other than blue hairs. You've been played, and you're too dumb to notice. Cry Me River. Ain't it funny that you guys never make fun of the victims that never went against you, but if they do, oh yeah, they deserved it. What are you talking about? What cocaine are you snorting? Funny that you went on Yodi for saying particular thing. Not exactly, but it is falling into the field. Oops, don't be pulling excuses you don't know or some other BS. So much for being sympathetic towards victims and allowing the victims to state everything, every say on everything. I never said they had a say on everything. Great standards for being a pedo hunter. No matter if the victims have an issue with you or not, you never degrade them in such a manner. Are you talking about the fact that I took Fursky to task? Here, let me go ahead and give you the hot take. The hot take, Neo. Since you're dumb. Being a victim doesn't give you carte blanche to act like a scumbag. I got on a Coyote because he promised to help this person, didn't, and then treated them poorly for bringing it up in the stream. That is not how you treat a victim. But if a victim turns around and becomes a scumbag, you don't owe them kindness just because they were a victim. Just like I don't owe it to you. Being a victim of something does not, in any way, shape, or form, give you carte blanche to be scummy. Or to make sexual comments to somebody. Or to ask for them to be sexually violated. I know about my words. Context matters and so does nuance. Neo, you don't know what you're talking about. Wanted to add additional jazz because of events that have occurred after the hilarious video that you made on Cass in the community. Yeah, it's real funny, isn't it? That's why your entire server fell into chaos. And you guys are still mad about it. You guys, on every day, somebody comes and says, we shouldn't talk about Lyle. He wants to get attention from us. And you turn around and you immediately do it. How stupid are you people? Great job on pulling a Coyote, Lyle. I didn't pull a Coyote. Cass did, though. I'm not going to show up for the stream. Came in later. Didn't actually show up to the stream. Begged for it to be somewhere else. I don't owe Cass anything. Good luck on trying to get back on this one. Have fun. That video is sitting at 51,000 views. Cass got completely destroyed in his own community tab. Also, another thing to add as well. A victim of attempted SA and pedophilia. As a victim. Attempted SA? You said you were assaulted. Was it attempted? Again, this is like the doxxing thing. Did it happen or was it attempted? They're not the same thing. Heed my words, bucko. Ooh, spicy. I would never, ever trust anyone in that little group of your Senate server. You guys sit there and you make constant accusations of people and sexual stuff. If any victim goes to you, I beg that they don't. I beg they never come to any of you people. There's something to brains about all of you. After what you've done now and counting 2 victims. I didn't do anything to any victims. In my eyes alone, well, that's not very good. You very inconsistent on what your values are. You and your whole server, as your own words say, berate on victims that do not appreciate the work you guys have done. When did I said that? I didn't. I feel terribly sorry for the victims in there, wasting their own breath to people like you and the whole Senate server. No one should ever come to you ever again. Actually, I think this is projection. This is projection. All of you have committed the sins of pride and greed. Chapter and verse. Your pride overcomes you whenever it comes to handling delicate situations such as these. You will let it cloud your judgment on numerous occasions. Actually, that's the entire reason why Cass has an issue with Coyote. It hurt his ego. Hurt his ego. That's why Cass didn't like Coyote. And the call that I had with Cass on the 19th, this is what most of it's about, Coyote's attitude. Greed, in my take, is you use victims' trauma to only benefit you guys' pride. And when they turn away, you crap on them in the most effed up way possible. So F you and your group known as the Senate. Citation needed, evidence required. I guess whenever it literally benefits you guys, it only does when it's a spurg that doesn't like you or some other YouTuber, considering the pattern of behavior you guys are showing. Citation needed, evidence required. There, I read your entire thread. Debunked all of it. Sit and spin. One of those that are involved in the slandering is Hopeless Peaches. She slandered Cass on a small segment of a video. Was it small or was it 15 minutes? Because Cass said it was 15 minutes. Of a video made on Coyote and Louie, stating a lie that Cass Warfox was being too nice to pedo zoos by cutting out context of the situation as the action is immediately correct. Or no, he was too nice. He's cucked to Sappho 3 times now. Cucked to Sappho 3 times. If you need Sappho to get dirt on Zakalo, you're a pussy. You're ineffective. You're an invalid. It was shown to be entirely false. No, it wasn't. As it was clarified by Cass on Twitter. Yeah, because later on he said mean things to her. Why do people need a mod? Okay, I don't know what happened, but all right. The Neo can get in my DMs. I don't know what was going on. Apparently, mods were needed, but if Neo has a problem, Neo can send me a friend request. Let's see here. It was shown to be entirely false, blah, blah, blah. When we were basically pointing out this, Peaches lie on the higher ups of Senate sent moles into Cass's server who were running reconnaissance activities of the House War. No, that's also not what happened. Cass let his goon crew run their mouths, stuck me in gay baby jail, removed the chat history, and I sat there watching what you people did. I sat there watching what you people did. You lying, disingenuous pieces of garbage. Apparently people have problems with the streams.
Yeah, apparently.
Anyways.
Yeah, stream's fine on my end.
Yeah, it's been fine on my end too.
I haven't buffered, I'll refresh.
We did reconnaissance after the video dropped. Because it wasn't slander. It was criticism. Boo-hoo, baby boy. There were daddy jokes that were made. However, this does not cover up the fact that they have done the same jokes. Prove it. Citation needed, evidence required. And actions on multiple occasions to recall my own experience in Senate. No, they didn't. You know what? I don't even know if you've ever even been in Senate, but you know what? We'll double check that later just for you. This clip was posted by Cass Warfox for a better clarification. That particular clip from Holo's video. It's obvious that Peaches has done in that segment was propaganda! No, she criticized you. You pussy. It is considered small fries compared to the more damaging slander being said by Lio and the members of Senate regarding members of Cass Warfox's community and Cass Warfox himself. No. No. Example of Hopeless Peaches making a daddy joke alongside before her video that she didn't care but decides to say her anyways. I'm actually disgusted by this. I don't care if what Cass said is true or not. You've effed my dad over. Number one, where's the word daddy? Oh, it's not there. And number two, that's not a joke. That was something Peaches sent to Coyote because he pussed out of the stream at first. Are you too stupid to read, Neo? Did you not go look at the video that displayed this? Or was it just sent to you by Cass because Cass is stupid and knows you'll do his work for him? Lio Convoy basically pulled the same type of meme that Gilded's members had shown, except it was a chicken with a baby face having hot dog shoved. It was a cursed food meme. How's that the same as sticking your dick in a chicken's neck? You're stupid. This meme doesn't fall under the same category of memes as the man effing a rotisserie chicken, which is odd. That is an issue, but not the meme Lio posted. Lio straight up has the same sense of humor as Gilded's community. Oh, no, I do not. Lio and the Senate have the same form of humor as Gilded Poo. No. Therefore, it is baseless and shows a double standard. Let's look at the image. This is the image that Vash, because he's butthurt, that I am taking his boyfriend to task. He thinks this is damning. He thinks this is a bestiality comment. No. It's unsettling because it's baby doll parts on a chicken. It's cursed food. You're stupid. Do you just put anything in here that other people tell you to? So dumb. While Lio, spurting out on Twitter, has been throwing slanderous accusations against Vance Lassette, a moderator of Cast's server, of zoophilia. Actually, I told him that, essentially, I wouldn't trust you guys around a dog because if it stood on its hind legs, you'd think it's free game. That's a comment about the fact that you guys are fine with animal genitals in your pornography. That's what that comment meant. Being a Shota lover, the Shota lover accusation tweet has been deleted at the time of making this doc. Actually, it wasn't deleted because it didn't exist. But this tweet below is proof that there's interactions before now deleted Shota lover accusation tweet. Where is it? Let's see here. Where's the Shota lover stuff? Because there's nothing Shota related here. Love the shot at my wife, though. Maybe we should talk about your wife, Vash. Maybe you ought to do a paternity test on those kids sometime. Proof that Lio made claims Lash is a zoophile? No. Link to the thread showing about the slanderous claims to learn what that word means. It was stated in Lio Convoy's video that counteracted against the claims that were being made, alongside a recording of the call from April 20th, 2023, that North, a member of Cast Community, has made alongside a timestamp showcasing major issues from both mods and Senate. Moomy and monstrous. Wonder how that aged, considering the fact that North doesn't have a problem with any of those people now. Interesting. Still don't have a friend request from Neo. And no, we're not going to take shots at people's kids. I'm saying that I think that Vash needs to look inward. This is a dishonest framing of that entire call, which we're not going to sit through. Proof one of the mods admitting faking screenshots to spread misinformation. Yeah, they did fake and edit HTML to make you guys think other people were a mole. It's funny. It wasn't somebody fabricating evidence of a crime. So, hold on. You guys making sexual comments about me and my family, writing fan fictions about that, that's a joke. Right? That's fine to them. But the HTML edit isn't? Huh. That's interesting. Lio and... Well, I got to go through this quicker because we're only on page 9 of 41. Lio and Senate knew Coyote Lovey was defending Zacarlo, a notorious zoophile pedophile, while also manipulating to call that also Lion Senate has cut out the very damaging parts and kept it hush-hush by only letting one part about the persona fins. Lio sent the video to Cass and told him not to spread around the video. Cass was put under pretense that Lio was going to make a video about Zacarlo. Citation needed, evidence required. Showing the full call. Instead, Lio kept it unlisted for months, almost a year. It was November. We're May. Lio and the Senate must be put into question by everyone because at this point it is getting ridiculous that they are willing to even do these measures, knowing full well all the heinous things that Coyote has done and even went to the extent of slandering the literal source of information. Cass was never the source of information. Okay, so concerning Zacarlo. When I got in call with Zacarlo and I was trying to figure out what was going on there. What?
I'm gonna go do my cat thing like usual.
That's fine.
And hopefully I'll be back in time for the end segment.
You should be.
I'll be back.
By Zacarlo, I wanted to know what the truth of the matter was. And Coyote played defense in that call and it was frustrating. But here's the kicker. They keep saying the call has been hidden. The call's been hidden. The reason I told Cass not to spread it is because I got the call from Coyote. I didn't record it myself and threw it up in November. I passed it to Cass, because at that point, Zacarlo had been outed, and I wanted Cass to look at it. And then Cass afterwards, last month, lied saying that if he only had that call, he could have put more pressure on Zacarlo. He had the call. He had it in its entirety because I had the only copy that exists. There is no other copy. Just the one I had. And the one I still have. And the funny thing is, wanting to keep it hush-hush? No. It's been in the description of Peach's video since it dropped. It is in the description, directly linked, in a 100,000 sub channel. How is that hiding? I'm curious. Cass and his community alongside victims were given veil threats. What's a veil threat? Of doxing. Who? And getting families involved. Where? I was the only one out of the 3 that Lio actually attempted at a dox and maliciously gained private info on me through any means necessary. Really? When did I do that? Oh, wait, I didn't. What's this? Oh, Gilded's video? Who cares? Lio incident through allegations that Cedric Feldman, or Cedi as many people call him, is a zoophile for unknowingly following a heinous, feral, and not safe for work artist on a fur affinity. Well, now I'm definitely questioning him because he's so mad about Vlad being removed. Cedi stated that he never has the safe for work filter on. How can he prove that? Cedi is unable to view said not safe for work art. Why should I trust him? And again, I was using you guys as standards. Proof below is Cedi's fur affinity. He has 3 comic book strips in his own favorites on fur affinity. That doesn't mean he didn't follow the artist. If he followed the artist in question, wouldn't he have favorited the heinous art to further prove he's a zoophile, right? Well, not necessarily. Here's Cedric. By the way, Cedric, I know your secret. Because I know you're going to be told this. I know your dirty little secret. I know why you're scared of the farms. I know why you think that I'm teaming up with Null. And I know why that scares you. I'm not. But I know your secret. And I'm going to tell everyone. I'm going to tell everyone about who you harassed and why you got grief for it. I'm going to tell them, Cedric. If you're smart, you'll nuke everything and touch grass. I want everyone to pay attention to these calls because this is going to debunk everything that Lio and Synod has done for the past few weeks to cast in this community. How's this debunk the fact that you guys are sexual weirdos? How's this debunk the behavior you guys have exhibited and the way you've acted? How's this debunk Vlad having pornography of animals? Lio was acting like he never knew of Coyote's intentions about his op or flirtation of a zoophile at the time of the call. Late in November, oh, it might have the 19th. You have a struggle with dates. No, Coyote told me it was to get him from on. What's her face? Sappho. I've communicated all this. If you'll notice, these are words. These aren't pieces of evidence. Early morning on February 19th, a week before the Yodi stream, Lio knew everything over a month in advance around January 5th. No, I didn't. Because if you're making that claim, that means Pizza did too. Because Pizza and I were told the same information. According to a call between Lio and Gilded Pooh on March 3rd, 2023 inclusion, Lio flat out lied about the Senate knowing Coyote's intentions. Prove it. According to this very call, that call doesn't prove that we knew. I flat out told him I didn't. In fact, that call actually has Vlad confirming what I am telling him is consistent with what Rodeo was told and what Pizza was told. Vlad probably didn't see this doc. Because even though I don't like him, and we clearly have different morals, I don't think he would have told you this was okay. Additionally, Lio is known for a while of Coyote's love his connection to Zacarlo. Well, I knew they were roommates, stupid. Of course I knew that. As shown in the full Zacarlo call posted by Voldu Crew. Credit to him for posting it. Actually, I posted it. And then Cass took it and gave it to Gilded and then tried to play pretend that Vlad got it from some mysterious third party. Oh, by the way, Internet Detective on the Kiwi Farms, that's Cass. Ooh, direct messages. Friends. Death Wish Doomer. I have given you instructions on what to do if you want to talk to me. And since you are genuinely too drunk and stupid to follow them, I am now blocking you on Discord. You can hop in Senate if you want to talk. I've been clear. Cope and seethe. Let me check, make sure he's not in. Nope. Ooh, Transformer fans who joined. That's kind of cool. Anywho. They knew everything and never did jack until everything blew up and did damage control. No. You do realize by the time Vlad's video on Coyote came out, Zakala was already gone. Both in like the Coyote's life and everything. As a result of this, they did a smear campaign against Cass in his own community because they are running from the truth. No. You're dumb. So they made themselves look a million times worse due to damage control and optics. Is that why everybody's making fun of your document? I talked to them about his follows, and I talked to them about the farms thread. They didn't know about that, and I didn't know about the depths of the op. And Coyote stated as much, too, in the call that North has. Why didn't anybody correct you? Lyle has stated in his call that he apparently has health problems. Yeah, I've got high blood pressure. But when Lyle made a video on Cass and community, he stated it is taking a toll on his mental health. My predator hunting is, yeah. Well, not my mental health, just my health in general. Lyle is basically using the victimization card to have others go less hard when he's out there for BS, which isn't. Oh, no, people can go as hard on me as they want. They just suck at it. Like you do. Lyle has stated that people who always use slurs and edgy humor at the time of this recording has no issue in terms of investigation. You're right. In terms of investigation, it has no issue. But it does when you're talking about it publicly, stupid. When you are actively trying to spread out information about somebody. If you are trying to get as many eyes on something as possible, you might want to tone down the edgy nonsense so it's palatable to as many people as possible. Do you actually want people like this taking a task? Or are you more interested in people seeing you be edgy and having no issue with it? Why is the stream so unstable? That's weird. Because it says my connection's excellent. Lio has stated he is always transparent, but throughout any situation never has been inconsistent. Well, yeah. Yet recently states baseless accusations to Cass's community members. They weren't baseless. They all had basis. Shows out of context evidence. No, I didn't. And does a smear campaign on Cass's whole community, including Cass himself. His whole community. Wow, that's special. Sorry, guys. What you hear in the back is Gidget. Gidget likes to scratch at the door. And she's persistent. I'll just let her in. All right? Let's let her in. So you guys might hear her being a bit vocal. Come on, Gremlin. Sorry there's no Smash Bandicoot for you to scream at. It doesn't. What does it show of Lio Convoy in the Senate? Lio stated he has no issue on the environment of Cass's Discord server according to this recording. Because it's not my server. But I take issue with what you guys have done recently, certainly, and what you've done for months. Using edgy words is one thing, everything else is the problem. If you'll notice, I never once said anything in the video about your edgy words. But when slandering Catholic community, apparently now, issue on screen, Lio has stated an AI confession fanfic that was shown in Cass's server. Stated. Cass confirmed it was a form of crap posting, and Lio did not care nor have addressed it, but as a massive issue alongside. He did cringe about it, but was not an issue of Cass being a pedo hunter. Same goes for Senate for not saying anything either. But now with this drama, it is with the AI-generated fanfic crap post from the Confessions bot. It's an issue for him in Senate reality entirely with Peach's Lio Daddy fanfictions. Yet they do the same thing, but less of the fanfic doesn't fall under field. What are you talking about? What do we do? Because you don't prove anything. This is just psycho. Lio talking about allegations of SETI in terms of liking an artist will not say... Same doggone thing. It wasn't on DeviantArt. Let's talk about Fur Affinity. Do you just keep going over the same things over and over again because you realize you're not able to prove anything? Oh my goodness. Lio states after the call that his meeting with someone else, he is going to tell Coyote to immediately address the allegations before the stream from Cass on the following Saturday. But never did until after I said I would address Coyote on Saturday. but never did until after the Yodi stream, and the smoking gun was Yodi calling Fursky the B word, even though Monsters called Fursky. Yeah, there's different context for those things. You're dumb. They went on FNGR Anthony for much less immediately. Actually, we tore Anthony to pieces because he made a false accusation. But to confront Coyote, he waited until it blew up in their faces during Cass's Coyote stream. I only cared about how Coyote's reputation's actions during the live stream could hurt their reputation. They gave less of a crap about what Coyote did. Do you have trouble listening and reading, Neo? Because I think you need to go to a doctor. You only cared about how Coyote was damaging the optics and how they looked. No. It wasn't only that. It was how he was acting. It was what he did. It was colluding with zoophiles, which apparently you guys have no problem colluding with pedophiles. So I don't want to hear it from you people, because I proved that. I factually proved that using Cass's own DMs. I don't want to hear it from you, Neo. Lyle has stated he wants Cass and the others to immediately give him evidence to prove, to be thorough, so they can confront Coyote immediately before the stream. Yeah, I wanted evidence. Funny thing is, Coyote Lovely Thread was made in prospering grounds on the keeping farms that already evidence thread before it actually became public. There wasn't evidence there of Coyote colluding with Sappho. There was evidence that he followed some questionable artists. That was it. You're dumb. Yeah, I saw it then. At the time the thread was in the prospering grounds, at the time when the thread became published, so Lyle saw the evidence and didn't act immediately. He waited because he knew the evidence of Coyote having woo-woo talks to Sappho was not in this thread on that date. It didn't happen until Saturday night. Literally, Cass says, fresh off the farms. You mentally stunted halfwit. And yeah, that is my Kiwi Farms thread, or thread, not thread, account. Old Man Boomer. Beautiful. Lyle has stated before he departed from a call that he never has any forms of issues or hard feelings with anyone. No, I rarely do. Never once addressed any issues to the slander of casting community. Actually, no, I tried addressing things with Cass multiple times. I tried multiple times to drag people in your server into calls to talk to them about the problems I had with them, and every single time they pussed out. Every single time. Kurova pussed out. Plague pussed out. All of you puss out. Just like you're pussing out now. Because you're a bunch of gutless, troll-shielding cowards. On the night of April, going back in time now, Lion members of the Senate raided Lagoverse. What? What? We didn't raid the server. I, in fact, told people to behave themselves. And I told them if they didn't, I'd deal with them in Senate as well. Because unlike Cass, I actually abide by my rules. I will point out the main issues in terms of how Lyle and the Senate have acted. Their inconsistencies, double standards, and issues. The link below is the event that transpired. Yeah, go ahead. That's fine. I stand by everything I said in that call. In the beginning, Lyle stated Cass wore Fox lied on multiple occasions for the statements he made in terms of them knowing about Coyote's intentions, including that Lyle stated Cass and his community's behavior of crap posting means and copy fan fictions, things that Lyle does not seem to have an issue with. Here we go. You keep restating the same doggone things. A member of Lago server asked a question to Peaches stating if she was called Lio Daddy in her video, which is false, considering there were no saying of that in Cass's server anywhere else. Actually, no, there are plenty of times referred to as Daddy in Cass's server by you clowns. When Peaches and Lio responded, they flat out lied saying that never happened and it was the sexual deviants making that. No, Peaches never called me Daddy. What is wrong with you people? Peaches misbranded an unlisted crap post event the first man. Now, according to the call, it was taken on April 20, 2 days before this call. Fursky stated the Monsters Unlimited Peaches can reach out to her and that Fursky is willing to apologize. Here's the thing you idiots need to understand. If you screw up, you should address it. You wanting people to come to you is asinine. You guys have sat there coping in your server for weeks now. Senate's been open. You guys locked down. Because you know if you're pulled into a call in Senate, you are going to get snapped in half. Because you know things like this are schizo posts and you know you have nothing solid. That's why instead you're just doing each other's backpats and crying bitter tears and giving Daddy Cassie a bunch of backpats. You know. It's why other people have left. It's why North left today. Because you guys can't get your acts together. Lyle stated that when people mistake daddy jokes about Lyle himself, he states that if they think they're going to trigger me by doing so, no. Well, no, they don't trigger me. Meaning he does not care if others say it, but if it makes no sense considering how you react in terms of cast and server making fans fake traps, there's a difference between somebody calling me daddy, jokingly, and you sexual degenerates talking trash about my family. And for someone who is so obsessed with the idea that I called your dad, which I didn't do, by the way, you should understand that. You're a moron, Neo. The only thing you contributed of worth is maybe the taxes you pay on your candy bars. I'm not looking at their updated doc. I'm not concerned with it. Lio stated that Gildapoo admitted he has terabytes of zoo porn in a call when it was not the case. He did state that. It's literally in my video. Gilda was over-exaggerated, making a joke. That's one answer I've been given. The one from Raven is that he just didn't know the difference between terabytes and megabytes. Which, by the way, is also in my video. It's in the addendum one. According to that one clip on March 3rd call. Understands it, but when it comes to this call, Lyle seems to either misunderstand or deliberately misconstrued Gilda's humor entirely. No. Lyle has made a self-admission that Cass's server is well known for crap posting in terms of humor. How does it make any sense in terms of Lyle's own reaction to crap posts during the situation entirely? Sends off to me. Yeah, because you don't understand the concept of differences and nuance. There's a difference between somebody calling another person gay and somebody saying, "Ha, you have sex with your family. Ha, you're a pedophile." In a pedophile hunting server. Lio has stated he contacted Cass in terms of Gilda's post on Twitter. As of early March 3rd, Lio stated Cass should take his time, but in this call on April 2nd, or April 22nd, he has stated he told Cass to immediately handle it. I didn't tell him to immediately handle it. I didn't tell him to immediately handle it at all. What are you talking about? Conflicting stories is also where the evidence of the other story. Lio stated what I said was that it happened. And then here's the funny thing. That morning I had the talk with Cass. And this is where everything went to pot. And I expected Cass to handle it. Because I thought he had those values. And then I was passed a call literally that night. Actually, after I talked to Vlad and gave him my side of what happened with Coyote. Where Cass thought it was funny. That he had terabytes of that. Oh, also, and scat porn. And that's when I sat there and said, you know what? I've given enough patience. Peaches has stated when Cass made the Coyote video stream, sees that it's only about the Fox Mafia, therefore basically taking all the focus away from Coyote's lovelies and intentions throughout that situation. Yeah. And then you guys LARPed at the very end. In meaning, she basically took the initial attention about Lyle's first video on Cass Warfalk by degrading the video entirely. All of this is, this for the Senate members, editorializing. Peaches misunderstood why everyone in the Cass community was criticizing whoever the small fan of a video. Because you guys can't handle criticism. And you don't pay attention to what's said. The reasoning was it was clear it was spreading misinformation, not giving proper context before slander. There wasn't any slander. Second was that there were discussions in VCs. Oh, God, look at this. Look at this. I am not reading all this nonsense. This wall of text. No. No. Cass did not go to Gilded for those actions. Vlad literally called that out in his video about Cass. And in the doggone DMs I showed, it's obvious Cass knew back in August and did not care. You lying sack of crap. Lio stated in a segment of the call that Cass has done lack of action against Gilded. Yeah. Lio stated that Cass and Taka made jokes about his IRL family and it seemed to have mad issue. I did. Well, Keisuke, I got it handled. Cass has been ducking me. And yeah, it was them too as well. Like I literally have screen caps of it. You're stupid. I'm not going to do an entire video though, just detailing your schizo post here. Oh, what's the same type of issue, huh? Let me see it. how is saying I find my wife attractive mean I have the same sense of humor that Gilded Pooh has? Because this is somebody calling me an incel. I said it's literally impossible for me being an incel because my wife has worn yoga pants around me before. Like, what? You're stupid. Oh, real quick here. When you first video spread innocent about Shotgun's experience. All right, so I want to go ahead and address this. I've had Vlad and Taka say, well, why didn't you come to me to ask about these incidents? And I had to explain to both of them. The server was literally pinging me regularly and calling me a pedophile. Why would I talk to either of you? And they both said, you know what? That's fair. Lio has stated that cast and mods never punished others, including Cedric, for their spurgatory in the server. Has self-admitted a cast server LARPed, aka joking about the war thing. You guys say it's a war. You say it's a joke now to save face. Don't kid yourselves. Has made jokes about adopted daughters. No, you all have. I literally have that in the Google Doc of my video. What? Lio has made a... Do you not know what vague means and how to type it? Or veiled? Lio made a veil threat of Taka, a SA victim, about having his family involved due to the jokes that were not meant to be taken seriously. In conclusion, he's making a veil threat to get Taka's docs through an IP driver. How does somebody in their mid-20s that grew up on the internet not know what an IP grabber is and what it can do? I can't get somebody's docs by an IP grabber. You guys are so stupid. Whoever read this and helped this person with this, you got to be ashamed of yourselves. Basically showing a retentive pattern of what Lio is willing to get people's personal information, no matter whether they're a victim or not. Also, apparently they are pissed after going after Lio's family when that was not the case at all. Yeah, they literally said they were going to. They put daughter in parentheses. Or quotation marks, rather. Actually, hold on. Let's see if I can find them. Why am I being tagged in the server? Oh god, a lot of people are typing. Now I gotta search to see mentions. No, nobody sent me a friend request. Let me go ahead and message somebody real quick. Cherry, I know you're in stream, so let me go ahead and ping your buddy here. Did I ever threaten your family and send you an IP grabber? We'll see if she responds. This would be funny. Also, if you guys are having trouble with the stream, make sure you refresh. I don't know what's going on there. I think there's a YouTube issue. A Senate member was stating from making jokes. A Senate member was stating that making jokes and going after Lyle for his inconsistency. Sorry, conspiracies from the city. Yeah, it's conspiracy thought. No, nobody's mentioning an updated document other than, the chat here, which again, I'm not going to look at. Not going to look at it. Now, I know that you guys, in Fox Mafia struggle with the word no, which is why Cass was begging to come into the Lago server, not related to the drama with me. He just wanted to ask other questions. When I was talking to North, so no, EA, 9. Now you've heard it in multiple languages. So hopefully you'll understand. I know consent's something you guys struggle with, but the answer is no. Lyle has stated that Cass and mods have gone to the Bloodlord himself to first to regain dirt. Well, they did bring him in, and they didn't vet him. We'll get to that in a bit. It is also stated that Cass's servers brevity, Neo. Brevity. Lio has stated that Cass's server is regaining dirt. You can't regain it because it didn't exist. On Lio himself, due to the small segment of Peach's video and Brendan's segment of criticism. It isn't due to that. There is no context, nor to the fact that there was no proper showing of said context to state the factual criticism. You don't have any factual criticism. The regaining... Do you know what regaining means, Neo? Don't think you do. due to Senna's own reaction when others were criticizing pieces about that particular segment. So that's on Citizen for showing suspicion. You guys have been trying to find dirt and failed. It's why you have tried to bring people like Kitten into your server, knowing they're a zoophile simp, a Sappho simp, being shown factual evidence of their words, being shown factual evidence of them spamming my server that has minors in it with pornography, and you didn't even ban her. She just left because none of you were actually concerning to it. Lyle has made a self-admission to why he doesn't respond in Cass's server. It is due to being uncooperative about others not asking him questions, when it is false because everyone was. No. Nobody was in my DMs. Nobody. Lying piece of garbage. And therefore he shall not answer. No matter what, if others ask questions, you do have the realm to basically state your side of the situation your own volition. Cool, come into Senate. Anybody from the Fox Mafia can come into Senate. With the exception of one person. Any of you can. You have chosen not to. Because you're cowards. Lyle has also stated that nobody is going to find anything on him that doesn't exist, but he thinks that others were regaining dirt. Stop using the word regaining. That's not what it means. That is not true. Lyle has shown throughout the entirety of nonsensical situation there is suspicion and some form of guilt about a Cuddy Lovey situation. No, that's conspiracy. To answer your question, J12, they're not in a server that does predator hunting. None of my servers do predator hunting. You moron. God, you guys are pathetic. He has stated that during Peach's video situation that Cass has never gone to his DMs on his mid-account. He didn't. No. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and have a little bit of fun here. Oh, that person responded. Most you said was you could have dicked with my family, which I did say. That's close to the first question. Second one, no. So the person you're talking about, Neo, just said, no, I never sent them an IP grabber. Now let me go ahead and pull this up. And I'm only going to bring it onto the screen for a moment. Hi, here's my DM. Here's the last time Cass said anything to me. March 19th. Here's the last time I said anything to Cass. Cass didn't come into my DMs during the issue with Peaches. I told Pizza that too. Pizza wasn't happy to hear that. You're welcome. It's called proving something. Lyle stated that Cass has not gone up to the standard of being a pedo hunter because he needs to be accurate in terms of accusations and much more. This is a standard that Lyle himself could not accomplish due to the fact that he was spreading basic accusations, allowing bots to create chaos by doing so, slander, faking screenshots. Don't give me that nonsense, you duplicitous piece of garbage. Lyle is holding others to a standard they cannot criticize Peaches for a small segment of a video that she is a victim of. No, I never said you can't criticize her. And certainly not because she's a victim of SA. I criticize Fursky because Fursky is a disgusting weirdo that they're constantly trying to defend. Even today. This call on October 5th, 2020 was aftermath of the Gilded Raid situation. That October? That was in August. So we're in October now. Huh. Interesting. October 5th, 2020 was an aftermath of Gilded Raid situation that Baiji, a mod of Senate, had started. Gallagher, a friend of Gilded Pooh, has disguised himself as Pooh himself to join the Senate server to initially troll, but it turns out at some point there was an attempt of IP trace from Lyle himself. I will be pointing out the issues in terms of Lyle and Senate's end. Call below the events that have occurred. Did you mean August 5th? He came in, claimed he was a person
I don't know at this point.
He came in, claimed he was a person who put the chicken sex thing up, and because I don't know if this person created it or they just spammed it. Yeah, I IP grabbed him and I sent it to the FBI tip line because that's all I can do with an IP grab. And Gallagher's been mad about it ever since. So it's okay if you troll somebody like that, but they IP grab you somehow. That's a bridge too far. By the way, IP grabbing isn't doxing. Just so you know. Even named Brandon Gallagher as a tranny. We did. Does the same family comedic humor, even personally making comic jabs at Gallagher's alt. So it's funny they went on cast as comedian for doing the same form of humor. What they do themselves, there's no issue behind the scenes. Rules for the... You're too stupid to actually know any of this. Due to their liking of server muting others to manipulate the call entirely. We do? That's interesting. So they say the others are scared when they themselves are. No. Because Cass can't control you idiots. It's why he has to scream to be heard on his streams, because he's weak. Can't control his own room. And by the way a Senate call works, especially now, because we've actually changed the way we've operated recently. Well before any of this. We have a call called Gallery, where everybody comes in, and everybody automatically is server muted. And the only people allowed to talk are those who were unmuted by mod staff. So, you know. You're pussies. You're all pussies. It is shown yet again that Lyle is willing to regain, I lost it and got it back, personal information from others even though they are not a pedophile for the sake of intimidation, and try to silence anyone by saying, how's Horizon for you? Horizon? You mean Verizon? Verizon Wireless? Because that's what the IP address shows.
Verizon Wireless? Basically
stating account, or is it the Horizon County of the IP address? This is a country within Ohio. Clear attempt at IP grabbing Gallagher. Now, our pattern has shown that Lyle is willing to regain your personal information for the sake of intimidation, no matter if you're a victim or troll or anything else, less of a pedophile. Just told you why. Pizza says, what's the point of highlighting everything if you're going to highlight literally everything? I don't know. Pizza, have you read this thing yet? Because I'm actually getting a headache from it because it's just that doggone stupid. By the way, Neo here said you lied. Just want you to know that. To conclude, Lio, Hopeless Pizza, Queen Serafina, all of the higher-ups of Senate knew what Coyote has done. Well, now we do. They went after Cassidy to me for nothing, really. Only guilt by association. They gave veil threats. We threatened to give them veils. To victims, one being doxxed, which is me. Didn't prove doxing. Slandered the victims, Cass and his whole community, because they want to eliminate Cass and everyone who goes against them for factually stating statements, including stating their inconsistencies, double standards, and their own moral values that revolve around nothing but optics, an excuse to save face from factual criticism. This is how I know that Cass helped with this. Thank you for this nonsensical BS Senate because of your nonsense. Coyote Lovely is taking full advantage by tending to regain a platform. He tried to do a podcast and got bullied over it. Here's the funny thing. All right. So, said he's claiming that because of this fighting, that Coyote's coming back. You know who was feeding the person who was taking Coyote to task information to get Coyote to freak out? It was Peaches. Peaches kneecapped Coyote before he even got the chance to, while you guys spun in circles. You're so stupid. And for the record, the reason why Pizza took issue with Patch's video is because at the time, Pizza didn't know the victim wanted their name to be out there again. The proof in the pudding below. What's the archive?
Shitty pudding, I don't know. I don't like this pudding. It's not very good.
Femboy King. Oh, yeah, again, the person who was taking the task Coyote in this was being fed information by Peaches. Here are the unedited videos talking about Cass and his community. This is before probable edits were made. Probable.
What?
Let's see here. What's this?
Oh yeah, my video's in there too. I'm like, what editing am I gonna do to my video?
Well, you did edit the entire video.
I mean, I did edit my video.
Okay, I gotta get something else to drink real quick. Gonna need some more water. Gonna take some ibuprofen.
I did edit my video.
I have got to read this.
Oh, I see. We're about to get to the best part.
Halfway through now. Funny thing is, here's my question. I don't think Pizza's a moron, and I think Never needs some guidance. I think Pizza just didn't know, and that's why he said what he did. I don't think Pizza would intentionally go after somebody for information that he already had, in terms of like stuff like that. Just give me a second.
Fire emoji.
Ah, the chat's going crazy. It's going crazy.
What is this page?
Gidget has decided to take up room by my feet, and it is adorable. Well, Monstrous, I did make it pretty clear that I was going to stream today.
Why are they using emojis? Or post skull emojis?
I need to get channel memberships up and get like special emojis or something. Okay.
The chat is going nuts.
Ibuprofen taken. Time to read, boys! Lyle, Convoy, and their compatriots should be held accountable for all this nonsense drama that they brought upon us all. They are all in cahoots in this situation, even before the Coyote Lovely stream by Cast Fox. If they think I am lying, that them in full-on denial.
Full-on denial.
Unga bunga, grug no like. Another thing, Lyle, instead of saying the doc is stupid without looking into it, I just did. I would actually look at what is on the table in front of you to the fact that it gives clear indication of guilt. How is me saying that your doc is stupid indication of guilt? Yeah, not replying to it in a serious way. I'm making fun of you.
I think he's fat.
Lord. I also want to point out today is May 3rd, 2023. Lyle Convoy is currently defending Coyote Levy. Now no assumed. How did I defend him? Actually, no, I didn't. That's right. Sending screenshots of a group chat talking about what to put in Boo's first video. So you did look. So you did look. So you did look. You saw those screen caps. You saw Cass being okay with doxing and sending doxes to pedophiles. You saw all of that and you didn't take an issue with it. You worthless piece of garbage. Are these all the archives of all those tweets? I want to see them. There's the one of the false accusation. So you know that now. You didn't care. There's him wanting to collude with a pet with a Shotokan. You didn't care. This is me calling out Kurova, and you didn't care.
Oh no, not this next section. Oh no.
You knew. You knew these are factual things, and you didn't care. This is why you guys need to burn. None of you should be handling pedophile cases. None of you should be trusted with victim care, because none of you care about reality. You just want to do your stupid little LARP and feel special for it. Get a job, Neo. An actual job. Not sitting on the internet and watching anime all day. Monstrous, would you like the document? Since I see you in call with us now.
Yeah, I'll take it. Give it to me.
Reply hello.
Hello.
I'll put
Hello.
it in the staff chat.
Thank you.
Hooray.
Hooray.
We are currently on page 24 of 41.
God.
41? What the fuck?
No, who the fuck has the time?
Man, the stream is lagging. Goodness.
What else is new with YouTube?
He's using an outdated dock. It's not really a good look. No, I used the dock I got before I started the stream. And they'll get over it. Because you know what's also not a good look? Being okay with bestiality porn, being okay with doxing somebody to pedophiles, being okay with all the other nonsense they're pulling, being too much of a pussy to get in call. How is me not using the most updated doc? Which, by the way, if this was an issue, this doc's been out for over a week. Should have been corrected by then. Somehow, that's not a good look for me? No. You guys can sit and spin. Maybe if you didn't suck the first time, you took 2 days to put this together, we wouldn't be here right now. Or better yet, maybe if you didn't freak out over 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes, of criticism, we wouldn't be here. Or maybe if you guys actually had consistent moral standards, we wouldn't be here. How's that sound? I think that sounds better. Another thing is that Lyle is pulling the Genshin Impact-looking character like a child, therefore this pedophilia argument, where there's a chance that it is around to... This person's literally using the 1,000-year-old lolly argument. Neo, you are literally using the 1,000-year-old lolly argument. You are literally doing that right now. That is what you are doing. On to King Ellie in the chat, hop in Senate. You want to talk. Expose me as a liar in front of 1,000 people. Let's see you do it.
Oh my god, this document is so fucking long. Who has the time to do this?
Somebody with no job and no life that
Fuck,
does nothing to
seriously.
anything. Another thing that is Lyle pulling the... Yeah. Also another thing that has not shown proof once again. I did show proof. I didn't say Vash favorited the art. Why would I show proof of something I never claimed? I said he follows the account that posts it. And he did. And then instead of saying, oh, crap, my bad, I didn't see it, he just said, I followed him because he followed me. No accountability. None. From any of you. Ever. Lyle's pattern of getting information very proves very well prone to get... I have absolutely used them. Yeah, I have used IP grabbers. I literally admitted that on my largest platform. How's that an inconsistency? All of my interactions? Lol, no. You don't have recordings of all my interactions. You couldn't possibly. I've called the family people that are in danger or threatening others. Yeah, I have. Why is this an issue to you people? Bio yours or not, your values suck. Meaning his bio family or not, his values suck. And the one guy that talked about CPS was dealt with. Yeah. I told him to sit down and shut up. We're not calling CPS on stuff like that. How is this a bad thing to me? Oh, wait, it's not. You're just dumb. Said he's a newspaper. Well, maybe he ought to go play Paperboy instead of trying to play Internet Detective. For the finale, page 26 to 41. I want everyone to hear Lyo's own words on how you should treat a victim. And yeah, we already covered that. You're stupid. Here we go. Here's them coping about the call from yesterday. Originally, that is the case, but later on today, Lyle wants control in terms of making the call like Senate. He is also not being cooperative. Why should I cooperate with any of you? You're owed nothing. You're owed nothing but scorn, mockery, insult, and derision because you're all pussies. Me allowing it to happen in Lago server was a kindness. I didn't have to, and I won't going forward. You had your chances. Cass had his chance back in April, and Cass had his chance yesterday, and he got scared. You want to know why Cass got scared? Because he knew his little cheerleading crew would be muted, and he had to stand on his own for once in his miserable, worthless life, and he couldn't do it. So he made excuses for why he couldn't do it. You're a liar, Neo. You're a liar. Lago is very unwilling to unban one of the parties. No, he actually said he would. Lyle says that we are pussies. Yes, you are. But here he is being a pussy because he needs a crowd behind him to back him up. No, I don't. Cass does. That's the point. It's why Cass has never DM'd me. It's why while this was going on at first, and he was declaring war and talking about the 15 minutes, I sent him a friend request on my mobile alt to talk to him, and he refused to accept it. And you can check that with Pizza, because Pizza, in the chat, and he can talk, got irritated having to play middleman because Cass wouldn't actually talk to me. He wouldn't actually talk to me. Pussy boys. Lyle says that we are pussies, but he is being a pussy. He needs to quit having his pride stuck up his own. You're projecting. You're projecting. I couldn't care less if it was Senate members, Lagos members, or anybody else. Did Cass not show up when Lyle Convoy told him to? Yeah, he didn't show up. He coped and screamed and cried in his own server. That's also recorded, by the way. But no, he didn't show up. So, Lyle, question. Who is the pussy now? You guys. Still you guys. Always will be you guys. Seems like you are, honestly. Shows how mature you are, Lyle, when it comes to handling his own battles. I handle them just fine. That's why none of you showed up in my DMs. You're scared of me. You're scared of me. All of you are scared of me. You're terrified of me, and you're terrified of Peaches. It's amazing. There you go, Gigi. I know. You fussy. Because we want to do it on an outside server with no spurgs or dogpiling. Well, if that was the case, none of you could show up. And did not abide by your own terms, especially when you want to do this and not a third-party server. Yeah. The only people I wanted to talk to were Cass and Seti. But Lago had no problem unbanning anybody else who wanted to be there. See? See, it's reading that while they dogpile me. Funny thing is, I actually talked to North today. There was no dogpiling. I actually feel really bad for North because he's been dicked with by you clowns to an extreme degree. Led astray by you idiots. He doesn't even know what to believe anymore because of all the stunts you guys have pulled. Tell me what I'm lying about, Fox Mafia, because he said I was lying. And I said about Cass, the clown can stop trying to figure out how to avoid this in his current cope call and just show up. I've been more than lenient. I offered a third party last time and he pushed out. No excuses. This is Cass right here in a call with the rest of his goofy little server members, coping and seething because he doesn't want to get in call. Letting them give him excuses because he can't make decisions on his own. Here I am asking why everybody's sexual all the time. Hey, Iris, go suck on my strap. Neo, while it may have been allegedly dealt with, you tried to deny Iris being sexually assaulted. And Pizza, it's not a matter of trust. I'm going to give him a chance to grow. He doesn't have to be a source of information, and that's it. I asked, hey, Cass, why did you delete all the messages of Pizza that had pictures of your clearly alive dog and nothing else? Because he did that, and I still don't know the actual reason. And I told Lumi no on making another server. Because I have given enough ground. What? What? How did I call you pro-doxing? Cass, did you write this part? Did you write this part? Sure, pass him this. You're a lying piece of trash. You knew the time. You knew who was able to come in. You were directly passed messages from here. You were actively in call with the rest of your sexually deranged crew of degenerates coping about all of this and saying you weren't going to show. It's recorded. You've been caught in yet another lie, Cass. Coyote literally showed more stones than you. Your chance has passed. You deviant, pedo-colluding, pro-doxing, larpy pile of disease. After Cass offered yet again to do a neutral server, Lio does not want to accept it. Here's the response. Cass, your Karen is showing. The offer was ignored. You don't get the coupon deal when the date is passed. Have you tried talking to a manager? Also, stop sending people to other people, you gutless weasel, and answer why you deleted only the pics of your dogs from Pizza's DMs. Now Lio is comparing Cass to Carol the Wolf, a known dog effer. Carol? Is that you? Why don't you give the context of why I said that? Give the context of why I said that. Matter of fact, I'm going to go get the context. I'm going to go find that specific point. And I'm going to put it on screen. Cass. Well, that one's pretty obvious. I don't like the idea of getting doxxed through my own dog just because I had a falling out with someone, that's all. So, number one, how would Pizza be able to dox you via a picture of your dog? Or, frankly, how would anybody dox you? So I made the joke because Caro got outed because people were able to reference pictures of the dog. You moron. See, that's what happens when you give context, because now this is in a different light. I'm sorry to have exposed you like that. Time was set, location was set. You got everything you cried and complained about, and you still didn't show. Instead, you're now resorting to lying about how this played out. Seems to be your go-to, and trying to feign ignorance while you're the party that was wronged. You were given an offer, you didn't show. Offer's expired. Maybe if you keep spamming the links to that goofy farms thread on me 10 more times, or hide behind Diora's skirt some more on that doc, this will magically change for you. I mean, it won't. Even your own audience is clowning on you for that doc, but hey, it's all you can do at this point. You're not a man, Cass. You're barely even a person, internet detective. Someone attempting to ask Lyle to join a group chat and want others to join Senate. You know, the place that is very known for manipulation of calls, dogpiling, IP grabbing attempts, while throwing basic accusations about this individual being stolen valor with no proof at all. Actually, I called him stolen valor as a dig because he's obsessed with paramilitary stuff while he's never been in the armed forces himself. That's a joke. And yeah, I told Deathwish Doomer to follow freaking directions. I told him if he wants to talk, he can hop in Senate. I'm not interested in having a conversation with him one-on-one. You want to know why? Because he has nothing to do with any of this other than being some weirdo who obsesses with the farms too. The aftermath. Ooh, the aftermath. Actual Vita situation timeline.
Oh, it's my favorite part. Oh,
Oh no.
let's go ahead and read this absolutely butchered timeline.
man.
You want me to read it, or do you want to read it?
Look, see, guys. I'll go ahead and read it. The actual Vita timeline. You see, this what you're about to read or what you're about to hear completely destroys my video that I made like 2 years ago, I believe. It came out in 2021. So I'm going to go ahead and read this way. Early April 2020, Mint came forward to Lio and Senate about them being preyed on by Wait, what? Wait, early April 2020? Hold on. What the fuck?
Nope. It wasn't.
No?
Mint. It was Jazz in late April.
It's in my video.
I
Like
know.
the day, like I show it. Okay, I have to keep on saying this. I showed the screen cap, and I actually showed it a little bit more on Twitter because I thought I lost my DMs. With Jazz, I don't know what they go by now. I'm Vic D Punk. I have no fucking clue. I don't really care at this point. I posted a couple of more DMs. Like it took place in late April, and then the stream with Anthony about that particular those particular interactions with Vita was on the 1st of May. I don't where is this timeline coming from? What the fuck is happening? But anyways, apparently according to Seraphina's video, a year later, this is another point of contention. Why did my video come out in 2021? Because I was waiting for Jibs.
Well, that, and we found out about Jibs that year.
Yes.
It was a new victim.
Yeah,
so
no,
we put out an
it
entire
took Jibs a
timeline.
while to come around, so.
Yeah.
That took a long while. And I wanted to talk about everybody in the same video. I don't know what's wrong about that, but okay. Mintz never once... I was going to say Jordan. Jordan never wanted to come out about the information until after they came back to the Senate, including their attempt at suicide. What the fuck? Citation needed, evidence required. How can I confirm this is Lio's own statement on the farm, stating the exact date when he was notified about Jordan's experience with Vita?
By the way, this Kiwi Farms thread actually got locked because it was that bad. And these aren't my words, by the way. These are the words of the poster, Adam Galvin, who made the thread. So how are these my words, Neo, or are you too stupid to read screen names now? So let me go ahead and break the truth here. No, we didn't know about Jordan and Vita in May. You moron. You dishonest clown. Using one of my kids' trauma to try to get a gotcha. Find a rope. No, unironically, find a rope. I'm so tired of you creeps always attacking my family anytime you get mad at me. And I'm serious. I'm tired of it. I am woefully tired of it. Find something else. Or is it some actual standards? Because you guys sit there and you want to claim that I am the one calling people's families over petty stuff, but you'll bring mine into it. Maybe I should start calling you people's families. Maybe I should start putting your information out there if this is how you're going to act. Maybe if it follows you around in your real life, you'll start learning to act right. I'm not going to, but doggone it, it tempts me. Imagine using a grooming victim story to try to attack somebody because they criticize a worthless, gutless pussy.
And yes, whoever said that in the chat, yes, that Adam Galvin from my Junk Command video is the person who essentially crafted this thread that the dude's still been schizo posting for years. But anyways, continuing, almost end of April 2020, Lio and Sarah have confronted Vita via voice call, while Vita thinking under pretense it was just about the zoophile police. Okay.
No.
So no, this call was literally like the day of, like later that day. After the zoophile police dropped, or after Vita pulled his stunt. I think Jace was in the voice chat with them. I was in the voice chat at that point for a little bit, and I was at work. I think it was like loading up ice cream or whatever at work. And then later that night, we had this call confronting Vita over his actions with the zoophile police account, and then we left after that. We didn't know about Vita being predatory until after all of that. Again, all dated in my video. It's all there. They wanted to confront Vita as well about his preying on Jordan. No. It's not what happened. It resulted in Vita at some point threatening to dox Lyo's wife. I mean, that did happen, eventually, right? That did happen eventually. After that call, they severed ties with Vita, yes, and went to Barrel, but never made a video immediately outing him at that point. Regardless, it could be anyone making a video on this. We didn't know at that point. Again, this person's like they put May the 1st, 2020. It's right there. Like you're contradicting yourself almost immediately.
Oh, and real quick, just to get Cameron's attention, no, I sent Gallagher a link. That's how I got the IP grabber. Cameron, I know that you're drunk on copium, but if you're going to open your fool mouth, maybe think twice next time, because I'm getting real tired of your nonsense, too.
I really thought you were going to say the F word there for a second, Lyo. I was really hoping.
You
Really
wish.
hoping.
Yes,
God,
that Jace.
one of
Yes,
these
guys,
things.
that Jace. Anyways, okay, now we get on to the juiciness, all right. FNGR Anthony makes a stream of Lyo showcasing evidence from his own Google Doc about Jazz being preyed on by Vita. At that time, Lyo and Senate had enough evidence to crucify Vita for his heinous acts. Yeah, we did. It took us 4 days, because I'm going to clarify for this on stream. Victim number 1, Jazz, was known as a notorious liar at the time and still is. But that's ultimately irrelevant right now. And we had to spend a considerable amount of time making sure all of the evidence was correct, and also getting Jazz's permission to come out about said evidence, because we're not going to go guns blazing. We also had to put in consideration to do the stream while Vita was at work, because how is Vita going to respond to all of that if he's at work? So it was pretty funny too. He was not very happy about the stream happening while he was at work, but it was all strategic, and it only took us 4 days to do. Pretty good. So you're at that time, Lyo said it had enough evidence. Okay, Jordan during the stream was showing denial about Vita, obvious emotional breakdown, during which Jazz say they did not want to come forward about this until at the end of the stream 2010. I honestly, I don't remember.
How do
any
you
of
link
this.
to a stream and get everything so horribly wrong?
I don't. I'm pretty sure this is completely fucked right here. Like the only thing that is remotely correct is Jordan being in denial initially, and then coming out about their experience later on. But Jesus fucking Christ, like, you have the streams. Okay. Around September 2020. Oh, here we go. Jordan started talking to Lyo and Senate end of August. Jordan tried to attempt suicide a month later in September. Vita attempted to guilt trip blackmail during via text. During that whole situation, Vita was also in contact with another minor named Jibbs. Jibbs never knew of Vita being a pedophile until someone mentioned it to them. They go by they, by the way, asshole. As of September 15th,
I can't blame the owner for that one. They wouldn't know the pronouns.
Oh, well. There were seeds of doubt, including constant leaving and giving back to Vita until mid-February 2021. I mean, okay, I don't... Why do you need to talk about Jordan's attempt at... What the fuck is wrong with you? Okay. September the 13th, 2021. Oh, here's my video. Made an exposed video, collabed with Lyo on Vita, explaining everything about the Vita situation. There were certain details that were left out within that video. Oh boy, I wonder what details I left out. That they knew about they knew about Jordan being preyed on by Vita as of April 2020.
Okay,
Nope.
so let me ask.
Citation need evidence required.
Yeah, Neora, where's the evidence for that?
Where's the evidence?
Oh, wait, you don't have any. You
Literally,
just
like,
said, oh, look,
screencaps.
somebody on Kiwi Farm said it, therefore it must be true. You're an idiot, Neora. You know what? Maybe I had to get another Maybe I had to get another account and just go on there and start talking about you. Maybe then I should post all this stuff. Maybe I should sit there and tell them that you rape puppies and that you kill children after you defile their corpses. Because therefore, if it's on the farms, it's true, and therefore that's true about you, right? Is that how this is going to work? Because if it is, fine, we'll do that. I'm not going to, but still, my point should stand.
Let's see here. According to this as well, was told by another victim about Vita preying on them by May the 1st. That was freaking Jazz. According to this as well, Mint never wanted to come out about the information until after that suicide attempt. Okay, No. Where is your citations for this? Like, what even is this my video that's linked here? It's just my video! Where is your citations for anything?
Doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. So here we go into, like, super massive crazy town. Right, and these next couple paragraphs, and then we'll be done with this piece of shit document, okay? We're going into full-on Crazy Town, guys. All right, we're going to have some some very important questions that is being asked
I
of
don't
us
want off
from
of
this
Mr.
document.
Bones' is wild ride, thank you. This is
Mr.
ridiculous.
Bones is wild, right? Yeah. Why did Lio and Senate not out Vita? And after that call they had with him about the mentor,
Because we didn't have a
There
call
was-
with him about the Menhart thing because we didn't know about it in April. There's your answer.
yeah, that was again like this call that this person keeps referring to was about the zoophile police. It's in my video. That's what the confrontation was about. Which I'm gonna point out again. Cass watched this video, and Cass doesn't care. He'll continue lying about it too. He doesn't give a single fuck. If Jordan did not want to go out about the situation, why did Lio and Sarah have that call in April confronting Vita? Again, they don't. Fuck you. That seems to be giving Predator. That seems to be giving the Predator fuel to go after the victim for coming out to their friends about the info. Where citation needed, evidence required. It makes no sense in its honesty because Jordan technically did go public about the info by informing Lio instead of the situation. Yeah, later. Fucking Zayd Magenta stream is there, right? It was done during that stream. I think it was at a golf course at the time. I wasn't even on the stream.
I'd also like to point out that Vita had been doing this for years. It didn't matter whether Jordan came out to their friends. Vita had been doing this for fucking years. Had been doing this for years, and then tried to keep doing it even after the fact. So it doesn't matter whether Jordan said anything. What the fuck is this question? What kind of stupid ass question is this?
Now, with this middle thing here that seems to be giving the Predator fuel victim after coming out to their friends, I'm not sure if this is indirectly referring to some of the things that I did show in my video. Vita put out a very terrible response where he tried to put blame on other people for his actions because some people did know about his actions and those people were afraid for Jazz.
Yeah, because what Vita did was told everyone that if they told, he'd kill himself.
Yes.
Which bothered Jazz, so Jazz begged nobody to tell them. That's why.
Yeah, and it only took until like what was it, April the 28th of that year for Jazz to come to me in DMs about it, and we had a call.
Yep, right after the zoophile police. Then
and Panzer, yeah, no,
yeah, and we separate. The thing is, we separated ourselves from Vita about the zoophile police thing. We literally found out like the Jazz thing, like what, 1 or 2 days after that.
2 days, one. I honest to God, it was immediately after. Yeah, it's ugh. Yeah. Why did Lio and Senate not immediately outfeed about Chassis of 2020? We did.
You literally mentioned it on you really mentioned it about the FNGR stream. You literally mentioned it in this doc. Are you stupid?
It's in the stream is in your doc. Why withhold all this information about Vita until a third victim? Because I needed to get Jibbs's word about Jibbs's experience. Because Jibbs is a...
Also, if I recall at the time, the reason why we didn't do much with Jibbs is because we were still trying to get Jibbs to actually say something to their parents. That was like a whole thing, and trying to get Jibbs to actually go to the police first before we intervened, because we didn't want to mess around with the police getting involved. And it took a long time to even get those steps started, because Jibbs didn't want their parents knowing, didn't want the police getting involved, and it was like literal actual baby steps to even get Jibbs comfortable with the idea of doing any of those things. So yeah, of course it's going to take time. Duh.
Yeah. Well, these are people who don't care
I
about...
wanted to talk about everybody.
These are people who don't care about victims and their safety or any of that, so why would they care about that? But even as such, why wait a year to make a video about Vita? Number one, information already was out about him, just not about this victim. These types of situations take number one priority. You should immediately make videos on that particular topic. Cool. In Cass's server, there's something called Pedos for the Fox to Hunt. Tell me how many videos he's made on all those. Oh, wait, none, because he doesn't even tend to make videos at this point. He just does streams. Even then, they're very rare at this point. So, Neo, hold Cass up to the standard you want us to be at. Not that you will, because you're stupid, because you're not making videos on any of this either. Not on randoms on the internet or random videos. You don't do anything. Who are you to talk? This is all from my own video analysis. This is your analysis. I sure hope that they don't trust you with being in care of any living thing. On the 2 videos above to state such questions and give a proper timeline of the video Vita situation. Of the whole Vita situation. Basically, from what I was saying, this is clear that the proper story was not told firstly, which is why you can't cite any evidence for anything. Second is that I see Lio and Senate waited on actually outing Vita immediately about him preying on minors, rendered immediately outing him fully know well what happened. We outed him within 4 days. And by the way, you guys have had, Cass specifically, had suspicions of Coyote, wanted to out him since apparently April. Why did it take him 6 months? You guys are wringing your hands over 4 days. Took you guys 6 months. Honestly, feels like shielding to me. Yeah, it's projection on your end. Lio, I don't want your darn apology. I'm not going to apologize. I don't owe you an apology for anything. I owe you nothing but scorn and spite. I know you're going to do it to save face. Nope, don't apologize for anything I said to you, Neora. In fact, I wish you nothing but the worst. Nothing but the worst. You still want to come in and talk in the Senate? We'll still do that. And you can bring your dad like you wanted to. And when I embarrass both you and him, disappear. Get offline, touch grass, go work in a soup kitchen. Hopefully they won't let you around the fire or the knives. Maybe they'll just let you take out the trash, and hopefully you'll be decent at that. No matter what you say, no one is going to listen to your excuses. You attempted to bring my family into this, prove it, while also maliciously gaining information to silence me on all aspects. I never silenced you, I made fun of you. And guess what? They know everything you've done to me. You lied to them. Everyone in Cass's community knows, and they're all dumb. They are not going to listen to you. I know they won't. Even though I showed them proper information, actual evidence, they're not going to listen to me.
This last paragraph.
Yep. Because unlike you in the Senate, they see the truth
font,
and reality.
dude.
Yes, the truth and the reality. No, because I've shown them objective evidence from Cass's own DMs, and they don't care. So you and those dirtbags called Senate can go kiss my butt, suck my strap, Lio and Senate. No. You're not going to get any sexual attention from anybody, and nobody would ever want to be your partner because this is how you act. Why would anybody want to be with someone like you? They wouldn't. You're going to live with your parents your entire life, and you're going to die a meaningless, lonely existence. And here's the worst thing, and I really hate that I have to say, is you deserve it. You deserve it. Because this isn't the only doc she's done. We're going to break up the other one. And yes, I know I have been told that they have updated the doc with a new doc. I don't care. You should have gotten it right the first time. And the updated doc isn't damning towards me either. I know apparently there's issues with Lago in it. So Lago can look over it, and then Lago and I can talk about it.
I love the addition of the middle fingers. Really gives off middle school vibes.
Let's see if I can find Neo's doc on Silver.
Ooh, silver.
Yep, got it.
Anyways, I just wanted to wait until that part. I gotta go do things, but I want to die.
Later, dork.
Bye.
Citation needed, evidence required.
Editorial.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and put it in the mod chat since we're in the mod room, since streaming room got deleted apparently, or I can't find it, either way. And we can go over this.
Great. Can you actually turn that into a PDF for me? PDF that for me.
Let me see if I can do that.
Oh my god, old man.
PDF, okay. Letting it download. There we go. There you go.
Thank you.
Since Lio is going to more than likely make part 2 video that will Vashin Fursky. That will Vashin Fursky. Brilliant. I want to clear up things that actually happened in the situation. May 1st, 2023, a now former member of Cass's server named Silver, out of the blue, made an accusation assumption of Fursky being a zoophile due to the F-lift that was posted within the drama chat. I'm going to say right now, yeah, she is. She is. And by the way, the dolphin image that they're so twisted up about, Fursky follows the person who posted the art.
Sorry.
Yeah, I love it.
I'll never get over that. I'll never get over that.
Stating certain categories within the F-lift knotted cock, different species, based side categories, etc. When I myself looked into the list, the biggest heinous paraphilias are in the hard no section of the list. So knotted cock, animal parts, animal genitalia, that's fine to you, but everything else is in the no. Definition: anthropomorphism is the attribute. Here's the truth of the matter. Looking at this. Also funny enough, Silver's and the Beastars, they are also anthropomorphic. Myself, including others, were giving counter-arguments to Silver, resulting in Silver herself going to full heretic and defensive. This is a major red flag, therefore she shall be questioned. At the time, Cass and mods for safety measure put 8 Fursky and gay baby jail, so they could at least tread lightly about the situation, figure out the actual story behind the situation. So, I read through this doc, and I talked to Silver, and I looked at the evidence myself. the truth of the matter is they are claiming that Silver knows Fursky's abusive grooming acts because these two OCs are allegedly similar enough that when Silver did an art trade drawing this OC, or whichever one, I don't know which one it is really at this point, that it's evidence that that's actually their abuser. This one. This is the abuser. This is the one they drew. Because they're too similar. Even though they don't have evidence that it was the X. When I took this user Silver, I attacked Anthros and Ferals, and I initially called Silver one of these things, a zoophile, because of this. But no, apparently Feral in this context, and I did apologize to Silver over that. Feral in this context just means a regular animal. They got to find better words for that, frankly.
Lio, there's a correction. Fursky actually followed an artist who commissioned the dolphin comic artist, not the artist of the comic.
I said posted.
I'm
No.
just making the correction for you.
That's actually also incorrect. So
How
the
is it
person who
how is
commissioned
it
the image is not the one
how
that
is
was
it
followed. It is somebody altogether different.
I
one.
just said that they posted the dolphin image. That's all I said. I didn't
I
say
was
they drew it.
added.
I didn't say they drew it. Anyways, they need to find a better word for just regular animals, because ferals in this context is always going to sound like it's sexual. Lio has gone on a major spat on Twitter in terms of trying to debunk the document and throwing out accusations since again. At the end of the conversation stated, Vash is okay with Fursky being a zoophile. Yeah, he is. He's also okay with bestiality. He's also okay with making excuses for following a Shoto account. This is not OC theft. Sorry, Mally. In meaning he has taken Silver, a pedo's best friend and sympathizer, accusation literally without seeing the actual context about the situation entirely. You couldn't actually prove that this person knew Fursky's ex. Basically trying to smear Fursky once again. In conclusion, Fursky never was and never will have a zoophile. They're never going to have one? Due to the fact that the F-list was heavily influenced by her abuser. Prove it! And the one accusing, Silver, knows the abuser, therefore should not be listed or should listen to in terms of anything. Why are you guys so obsessive with defending Fursky? I'm curious. Like, I genuinely am. What is it about Fursky that you guys feel, is she your golden calf? Is that why you feel you must defend her at all costs? Is that why? Interesting. Fursky, and I'm going to go ahead and give my hot take here. My hot take. If you're attracted to animal genitals, you're a zoophile. Oh, well, actually, we talked about that earlier, Pizza. Fursky followed like 90 plus FA accounts that had bestiality and other things in it. And cast and crew swept it aside and downplayed it. Matter of fact, I'm going to find Doofus's response and put it up here. Let's see here. Where was it put?
I'll post it in Staff VC real quick.
Thank you. So, what's the brilliant excuse for following feral art? By the way, these people, that's all they do. Is that type of art. What was the excuse given? What was the really good reason why that happened? Well, according to the son of Psyops, Catboy, who's his own trouble, by the way, who also knew about the bestiality porn and the doxing. Long story short, these are people who are followed for various reasons. Most of them range from former ABDL frames, by the way, Fursky's an adult baby diaper lover, to just places to grab assets from. Basically, a lot of this was pretty just old crap or old friends who she didn't unfollow because, again, 400 or more accounts is stuff you don't manage every day. Some of these don't make sense. These people have been tripping over themselves to excuse every erroneous act Fursky has ever made. What does she have on you guys? Is this another one of those junky Fako Spoctor situations? Is that what this is? Does Fursky have something on you guys that you're scared will get out if you don't protect her? Curious. This is how casteist people operate. This is what they actually value and stand for. They're not consistent in what they do. They don't actually take a real issue with zoophilia and why it's wrong because of animal abuse and they make excuses for the sexual deviant actions of their staff members. That's what's happened. And instead of getting in call and taking his lumps like a man, Cass has been a pussy this entire time and avoided every possible interaction. And then copes and sees about it. And spams a Kiwi Farms article that has me in it because he thinks that's somehow going to get him a win. I wonder how long it's going to be until you have your own Cass. Because sooner or later, somebody's going to get tired of your nonsense and they're going to call you out if they don't just continue to do it in the Coyote thread. So here's how this is going to go down. I'm going to do my part 2. At some point in the very near future. Pizza's going to drop all of his logs, which includes every conversation he's had with you, all the DMs he's had with you, all of that. Me too, probably. And that's fine, because I'll stand by anything I said. I'm not ashamed of it. I know Pizza records everything. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not doing sus stuff behind the scenes, but you have been. You have been. You've lied about Pizza. You've lied about other people. So, big surprise when they turn on you when you throw them under the bus. Or just continue lying to them. Yes, Mally, I will feed artists. Don't worry. You could have avoided all of this, Cass, if you had decent standards to begin with, but you never actually did. So I'm going to ask you very publicly, what is your actual issue with Senate? It's not because we dogpile people in calls, apparently, because you do that in your server. It's not because we have the occasional weirdo show up, because that's happened in your server too. What's the real reason? Is it because Coyote and I were more successful in our YouTube vendetta or our YouTube stuff than you were? Is this all stemming from jealousy? Is it because you didn't get any notoriety for any of the stuff you did? You felt out in the cold and in the dark. And if you had decent values, we would have helped you more. We would have. If you were looking for friends, we would have been there too. But I don't think you ever were. I don't think you ever were. Now, I'm going to try to find out how to get to these super chats. Because I definitely need to read those out for people.
I think, honestly, I think the question that you should be asking is, why is it that why is it that the people that Cass keeps around are so okay with being meat shields for Cass? Because I can stand on my own 2 feet. I've sat in VCs with these gaggles of idiots before, and I held my own just fine. You're willing to stand on your own 2 feet with these gaggles of idiots just fine.
Because he's a troll shielder.
It's ridiculous. Cass, why aren't you willing to go into VCs? North did it earlier. I had a pleasant conversation with North yesterday. So, what the fuck? What is this, Cass and Co? Why are you all willing to be meat shields for this guy? He's not willing to stand in front of the fucking bullets for you. Why are you returning the favor? Why are you doing it for him? Go ahead, Lio. Read your super chats. Read my super chats.
I'm trying to figure out how to get to them. I've never actually had to
you're
before.
So old.
It's not about old. It's about not knowing thingies.
Old.
Is it under earnings?
Inept.
Why is it under copyright?
Did you just say thingies?
Yes,
He
thingies.
did.
What about it?
He did. No,
It's
you're old.
4 in the morning.
He's so fucking old.
Supers.
He is. He's
Okay.
ancient. You
Haha.
cannot make fun of me for saying it now.
I've got it. Finally.
Great.
Okay, so.
Super chat time. Yay.
Well, I have a Gidget in my lap, so I'm happy. Anyways. Awesome. Platinum Bro Z. I effing ratioed Cass on his community post. Congratulations, by the way. And for those of you wondering, the reason why his community post has gotten a lot more likes isn't because anybody agrees with it. It's because when you, I guess, for lack of a better word, quote tweet somebody on YouTube, like, it doesn't have a separate like bar for your post on the subject. So it's because I'm roasting him that people are liking it. Memento Mori, Sarah My Love for $5, thank you. Water Droplet TM, nothing like building a Death Star and listening loud talk. Random Pool Guy, Pingus, Ready to End This War by Platinum Brosy again. We'll see after part 2. Milkoo, I got to drive home to this. Awesome. Also, hi Lio, grats on 500 viewers. That was fun. Cast the Clown is back. Yes?
I'm pretty sure that Pool Guy is saying not Pingus, but Pingas.
No, it's
I'm pretty
Pingus.
sure
I know what it's from.
Then you're saying it incorrectly.
No, I'm not.
Lio,
No.
You are.
Cope and seethe. Cass the clown is back at it again, bringing in the clowns. Cass is the Fox Coyote Levy. Actually, no. Coyote had the balls to actually show up on a stream. Cass doesn't. Then just a $5 super chat from Super Hal. Busy Robot Hands, Megatron GIF, you know the one, of course I do. Jasper Ingersoll, $7 Canadian, thank you. Black Wolf, love drawing and listening to Lio address nonsense. Well, I'm glad it helped somebody. Avatar Material, $5. Hello, Lio and Sarah. Happy free comic book day. I actually didn't get anything. Hope everyone is going well for both, and take care of yourselves. Jasper Ingersoll, again, with $7. I forgot to write a message the last one. My bad. Love you videos, you guys. Thank you for doing what you do for the youngins online. I try. Tord Larson, Sony Locks, $2. Ah, the cool lion man. You are the best. Thank you. Monstrous, $5. Lio Convoy, more like Lio Convoy, you wish. Norway the Dragon, $3. Am I allowed to join to yell at Cass? If he showed up. Silver Howl, another $2. Just one more tip. Keep up with the good work, Lio. I'll try. Dimos for $2. Why can't any of these weirdos just be normal? You know, that's a good question. Another one from Dimos for $5. All the furry drama from last year convinced me to disown my kid if they become furries or bronies. They've been a constant danger to minors online. You're not wrong. Ghosty, $2. Cass Warfox, more like a coward. True. Colonel Gasmask for $5. Cass Warfox. Lio made fun of me. Quickly, men. We need to commence Operation Cancel Culture like they could. The awful, I don't know, Ali Oz, $5. I really like the fact that someone made a 40-plus page doc with no real proof of anything. Yeah? And her and the Mafia think it's a smart one. Tord Larson, Sony. Sorry, Gidget's being fussy. I'll put her down. I know.
Aw. See?
Team Lio Convoy. Boogie Fan 101. Lio Convoy just doxed me. He said my name. Yes. The Awful Aliaz, $2. Doxing a dog? Really? Dunno, $2. This is so stupid. Yes, it is. The Awful Aliaz. This is a colorful word salad at this point. Yep, $2. Bomerman 3001, $2. What do these clowns do now? You saw. Again from Monster for $2. As an admin, Lio threatens me all the time. Yes, I threaten you with a lot of stuff. The Awful Aliaz. I have brain rot now. $2. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to say not enough.
Oh my god. Seth Maxwell for fire emoji, $2. Bomerman, once again, very generous, $2. Again, what did these clowns do? Ran their mouths and found out. Barnaby, $5. Love your videos. Good background noise for drawing. I hear that a lot. Big Yag, $2. Yogurt sweep? Yes, you swept the leg. Ryzen Isaacs, $5. Lio, the super genius and super hacker. Yeah, right. Love the stream and channel content. I'm going to refresh again to see if any others came in while I was reading that.
Yeah, one of them is aimed at me. Please read that in the whiniest voice you can. It fits her.
Buddha Cat for $5. Here's some money for you, Lio. Thank you. This is another awesome stream and more model skits. I will in time. Jasper Ingersoll for $7. Thingies, yes. Mally Malware for $3. Bully Lumi, please.
Thank you, Lio. She's too much of a pussy to come to me herself.
Crystal the Hellcat, $2. Lio, how long can you keep up with people's stupidity? Pretty long, apparently. Danielle, I'm not even going to try to butcher that name. $2. Give Angry Kitty lots of love. I always do. Super Goto Satsu, $5. Caspi pull in the Tonka Saw playbook of mediocrity. Yes. Team Dark for Smash, $5. Snooping as usual, I see. Promotion. Oh, goodness.
Actually,
There it is.
small note. That surname you can pronounce is Pashkevich.
I'm not even going to try.
Pashkevich.
Not doing it.
Word hard.
Very easy, actually.
Yes,
Very
Noxus.
simple.
I actually referenced all of that in here. Tord Larson, Sony Locks. You can just call me Sony. Thank you. $2. And then Silver Eye, Lio Man Boomer. Yes, I am. Yeah, go for it. Doggone it.
Yeah, go for it.
Don't you dare. I will. In fact, next time we do your other video, I'm going to be even whinier with everything you asked me to voice, Mally.
Oh my god, please.
Hell yeah.
All right, so what we're going to do now
No, you
is...
got one more. Oh, you got one more.
I did?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, you got two more.
Lori Vivi Vaz,
Yeah.
thanks for being the background noise while I play Splatoon. You're welcome. Where's the other one? Violet, $2. Good stuff, Lion Man. Thank you. The truth of the matter is, when it comes to people like Cass and his crew, what they could have done is they could have just taken accountability, but they didn't. They instead doubled down, and you can't do that when you screw up. Maki, the real question is, when's the next review of Super 7 Thundercats coming? Hopefully by the end of the month, because I've had them on the table for a while now. The Linden Hour, $2. We can't thank you enough for what you do. Well, I try. Don't feel like I do enough. When is Lyle getting a real animation for his live streams? This is as good as you're going to get, and you're going to like it.
So, small thing I've been asked to pass on. Fursky is not following the Dolphin comic artist. Fursky is following an artist who regularly commissions the Dolphin comic artist. That artist, however, is not the Dolphin comic commissioner. This is from Busy.
I don't care about the distinction made. I just said that they follow the person who posted it.
I was asked to pass it on.
Your
Do not
mom's
shoot
a
the
pass on.
messenger.
Wow. Wow.
Dickheads.
Haha.
Okay. Are we bullying Lumi now?
I mean,
No,
not too
I'm
much.
gonna say it this way. No. Listen, you can't bully me, all right? I'm the one that made Fursky clear out her affinity.
Okay, well, listen. Okay, if you're not nice to me, I'm gonna make screen caps of you in someone's server.
But that-
You're gonna be saying some really mean things, okay?
How?
And then I'm gonna
Okay,
complain
but
about
Mon.
it.
Okay, but Mon, how are you gonna do that without my help?
Oh fuck, you're right.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you to make screen caps of you saying terrible.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Okay. Okay.
Be right back. I'm gonna go do that.
Super Goto Satsu says, by the way, funny story. Lyle, I clogged my buddy's toilet today, and he told me I wasn't allowed to do. You'll never be able to take you to the toilet. Let's see here. Lyle VTuber win. Never. I will never have a VTuber. Spyro, $2 super chat. Thank you. Take this, old man. Use it to buy more gun, and my wife would kill me. I have like 200 that I haven't even built yet.
We should all crowdfund to buy Lio a VTuber model.
No.
Oh my god, please.
No.
Yes. I didn't say you had to be complicit or consent to this. It's gonna happen.
So my consent is not. No, we're not doing that.
VTuber model for Lio, 2024. I love Lio's silence in this.
No. The answer's no.
Give me just another few seconds. I'm almost done, Mon.
Well, right now, I think it's time to bring the stream to an end. Of course, it'll be up, but the important thing is when you're dealing with serious situations is to treat them properly. Cast and crew are currently crying about how they wanted this all to be over a while ago, but the reason why it hasn't been over is because none of them have taken actual accountability or responsibility. Cast can cope and cry and scream about how it's my fault, but it's really not my fault. Cass could have dealt with this months ago and chose not to. Cass instead tried to profit off of this in one way or another, whether it be clout or money, I don't know, I don't care. But Cass's evil nature is catching up to him. And the fact that none of his people are paying attention to what he's actually done, and the actual, unlike Neo, provable information I put out on this stream as well on Twitter, just points out that they don't care about the reality. They're stuck in their tribalism and they can't use their brains. Brian Isaacs, $5. How to convince you to review an indie animated movie? Hell's Reach the movie. I'll take a look at it and see if it's something I want to talk about.
Done.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay.
Next weekend is my birthday. A movie stream, Lyle? Maybe, but I'm usually busy. You can do what you want in the server, though. But I'm going to go ahead and wish you all a good night. I hope you all have a good weekend, and I'll catch you guys next time.